Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Your host tonight is going to find a way to get the Cubs in every single broadcast.
Hey Chicago, what do you say?
Can often be found being a little confused on some of our breaks.
What am I pulling in this break room, ladies and gentlemen?
And has earned himself the moniker Mr. Grumpy. Your host tonight, Steven Ryan.
And from the UA studios here in Burridge, Illinois, this is Ultimate Autographs. How's everybody doing today? Colin Rudis alongside Alex Tellez, ready to go on a NASCAR Tuesday here in the break room, and plenty of great things in the room. With that being said, there are like probably 4 series I'm looking over here. They're absolutely loaded to the gills with massive hits, speed flexes, authentics, big names across the board. Let's start with the one that was dropped last night, though, because that's probably the biggest of the big, the off-season moves. And we're moving on that. And so is the NFL moving on off-season moves, by the way. It's been eventful yesterday. It was eventful today. Continues to be eventful the whole way through. But there are some massive names out there, like a Tom Brady speed flex still available, Peyton Manning speed flex, Jerome Bettis, Saquon Barkley, Drew Brees, Rob Gronkowski, John Elway. We can go on and on. Not to mention some of those hidden names that you guys will find throughout that series. Get a little card, get yourself a little upgrade on your helmet, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So I think there's 4 of those still out there. We have 19 boxes and 12 headliners, so plenty to do, man. I'm thinking that offseason single will probably fill Mr. Cheeks, so stay tuned for that. Outside of that, though, we are getting close on a diamond break as well. Still got an Adrian Peterson 2-tone chrome flex, Travis Kelce and Peyton Manning on some flexes, a Ray of authentic Barry Sanders, Terry McLaurin, just to name a few. 22 boxes, 8 headliners, better than a 1 in 3 chance in that series. The other series that's super loaded up is the Vault. Barry Sanders speed flex, Saquon Barkley speed flex, Myles Garrett speed flex. Still got 3 speed flexes in that series. Tons of authentics like Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. Still got some vault keys out there as well, so that should be a fun break. Practice squad still has a Julian Edelman speed flex and a Walter Payton slab card. I think we're a little slept on the value of that Walter Payton slab card because not a lot of Walter Payton stuff out there.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, right. Very expensive autograph. That is still out there and alive in the practice squad. Minis, we still have Andre Johnson, Roger Staubach, Josh Jacobs, and Warren Sapp. Jerseys are pretty much brand new. I don't think we've pulled a headliner there yet. So got a lot in the room, man. We're ready to get started. Mr. Tellez.
Oh, yeah. My Bears making lots of moves.
Three-peating.
Said it twice yesterday in the chat. Hey, got to say it again.
Off-season champs, which is something, you know? It's something. We have our first break ready to go, which is also something. It is the press coverage jerseys. We got Gerard Shalley. We got Andrew Stone, Andrew Pescatelli. First time in. What's up, Andrew? Matthew Calvert and Michael Grimm. I'm going to ask for a number, and then we'll get the rest of the show set up. But go ahead and drop me a number for jersey number 1. We're going to do something on NASCAR Tuesday that we've never done. We're pushing you to the next level here. We have a NASCAR Tuesday pop quiz. We have one question and one question only for you. We will get to that when the time comes, when the correct number is called.
This feels like a pop quiz at school. I'm very scared. I was not expecting any of this. I did not read the book.
Yeah, a little angst. Yeah, surprise pop quiz. I didn't talk to Alex at all about this before. 23 coming up first. 23 in the jerseys. I'll get that off the ticker, and we will get the party started. So we are going to need, first and foremost, our dice roll. This is going to determine the amount of times we randomize everybody's names to their division. Needs to be at least a 6 or higher to be eligible, and 8 will do the trick. That was already what the dice roll was, so that's perfect. Next, we need to go to our chase wheel spin. I apologize for the white screen of death. It'll go away in a second. Nobody's dying here. Dean is testing. We're testing knowledge of Alex Tellez in a minute. Here's the wheel. All the series we have at Ultimate Autographs right now, what we're going to do is give this a spin. Whatever it lands on will be the chase. If we do any breaks in that series during this show, you are automatically entered to a top spot draw to win up to $100. You don't even have to win the break. You just have to play in it. And as long as it fills, it counts. In this case, how about the jerseys?
Oh.
Jerseys are pretty good. We'll throw that in there. And you know what? I'm going to be even more friendly, Alex, because I haven't seen this yet, and it's been such a crazy offseason. Let's throw in that offseason break, too.
Perfect timing. The double just sold out.
There you go. So everybody in that offseason break, times 2 into that chase wheel spin just like that. We got a quad up and a single up as well. But we are ready to go. We've already got our box call. Thank you from Grim, Closer Magic, Box Caller Mojo. Testing what? Yeah, great question. I don't know. But he's testing. And that's all he needed to know, apparently. 8 clicks. Here we go. Every single headliner still available in the jerseys, guys, including Randall Cunningham and George Kittle and Champ Bailey, Josh Jacobs. And this is what we got after 8. Jared or Gerard, he has got the bookends of this series, the NFC North and the AFC West. We got Andrew Pescatelli sandwiched in the middle. He's got the NFC South, East, and West. Good luck, Mr. Pescatelli, in your first break. Matthew Calvert in here in the AFC North. Michael Grimm, AFC South. Andrew Stone, first break as well. Good luck in your first break. And then we have Jared or Gerard right here as well. Thanks, John. Appreciate you. 23. Start you off with a nice dub.
Bubba.
Bubba Wallace.
Was that my quiz? I passed.
That's it. Good job.
Yes.
No, that's not it. First box here is a banger. It's an absolute banger. I love the look of this jersey, too. My favorite cornerback of all time, and in my opinion, the best pure cornerback of all time. The great 2-4 for the Denver Broncos. We got Champion Bailey.
Nice.
Champ Bailey coming out here. Jared/Gerard, nicely done. AFC West taking down the first dub of the day with Champ Bailey. Yeah, I don't know. I just think, obviously Dion, when you throw in like the returning ability and whatever else, he's probably a better player than Champ Bailey. But just like a pure lockdown, like why the heck do you keep testing this guy cornerback?
Oh, he's up there.
Yeah, he's second to none in my book, but he's certainly up there for one of the best. I loved him in Street 2. I don't know if you ever played that game growing up.
I played all the streets.
Oh, man. Champ Bailey was great because he could hybrid him as a wide receiver super easily in Street 2.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I was doing jump ball battles, this was my guy.
Oh, yeah.
Champ Bailey, great start to the show. Big headliner right out the gate. And plenty more to come, by the way, in that series. And it's the chase, so, I mean, Jared/Gerard, he might end up with a little bit of money back.
That's right.
At the end of the day. Testing patience, that's right. That's Colin, not Satan. Jay, I'm pretty sure you have definitely called me Satan in the past. Just making sure the chat was working on Facebook. I gotcha. It is. We've got you.
Look at that. You can write it on the box now.
I know, right?
How exciting.
I'm even going to move the sticky notes over here so I don't have any, like, thoughts. It kind of feels weird. Not going to lie.
You gotta like angle your arm right and everything. That's why.
I know, right? This is how I get carpal tunnel or whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4. Now, we also didn't think about, I guess this line, it's not really going to matter that much, but the headliner mark.
No.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. All right, written up, ready to go. First one we've ever written right on the box. How about that? Probably not the first one. We've probably had that before, but
I want to say like maybe one of the new guys did it. Not like currently, but like way
Mm-hmm. You got it, man. Congratulations. Let me know your team and how to say your name. If it's Gerard or Jared, let me know. I'm sure you get that question all the time. All right, off-season moves, baby. Let's get it going. TJ Anzalone, Chris Ripka, Dean Villeneuve, James Strode, Sean Schumann, Chris Ripka, Michael Convey with the close. Drop me 2 numbers for off-season double number 1. I put BD, but you get the point. Not BD, but DB. First double off-season moves. This is only a 25-box series, so they did, I think, like 6 yesterday.
30 items, 25 boxes.
That's nuts.
It's 5 just free items that you get with your upgrade.
That's fantastic. Yeah, so to understand the upgrade, and you let me know if I'm saying this wrong, but it's kind of like a vault series where we're going to open it up. There's going to be a full-size helmet on the inside, but you're going to get a key basically to get one of the upgrades. So you keep the helmet that you won. You also get one of the upgrade boxes, which are basically like little hidden headliners. I don't know what the names are, but we're going to find out.
We did put them in the listing. I wish we didn't. I think it would have been more fun if we didn't.
Yeah, right? Let it be a true surprise. 2 and 13. Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Telez. Senor Telez.
Yeah, I was going to say, there is only 5 reps in the whole series, and those do contain upgrades, so really, it's all authentics.
Yeah, that's a good ad. Good ad right there.
So if you notice one is lighter, then it's going to have a...
Yeah, right? It's almost like get excited if it's lighter sometimes. But obviously, Brady's still at large and Manning both on some speed flexes. That wouldn't be too bad either. So let's get this randomization going. With that being said, good luck, guys. 8 clicks for the off-season moves. Dean with the bookends and the box collar mojo. So we're going to have Dean Villeneuve in the NFC North, NFC South for Michael Convey. We got TJ Anzalone in the NFC East, Sean Schumann, NFC West, Chris Ripka, AFC North, James Strode, AFC South, Chris Ripka, AFC East, and Dean Villeneuve in the AFC West. So very interesting. Obviously, when this is all said and done, this is a Tampa Bay Tom Brady. So that's going to be an NFC South hit. Michael Convey in line for that. And it is a Bronco Peyton Manning. So Dean Villeneuve is in line for that. Interesting. Well, here we go.
If you notice, all the headliners either got traded or signed to those teams in the offseason.
Oh, my God. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
That's actually hilarious.
That was the series objective.
I'm guessing this has already been brought up, but this just kind of blew my mind. That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Off-season signing Tom Brady, off-season signing Derrick Henry, J.J. Watt, Saquon Barkley, Peyton Manning, Deion Sanders. Well, yeah, no.
Signing or trade.
Yes. Okay. Gronk. Wow. Even Bettis.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tyreek Hill was traded.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill. That just blew my mind.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, let's get going. Box 2 coming up. Rusty Wallace box. This one does not feel light. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. Does not feel like this is going to be one of those hidden headliner situations. But is it a photo headliner situation? I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, it is. It definitely is. How about probably one of the best helmets in the series, if not the best helmet in the series? We got Tom Brady on a ripped Speed Flex. Orange and this pewter gray on here. Beautiful orange visor. I mean, Tom Brady, obviously an absolute Patriot legend in just a couple of short seasons with Tampa Bay. Became a Tampa Bay legend as well. Beautiful clips on this bad boy. Very, very expensive helmet, especially when we're talking about one spot in this break for Michael Convey. That is huge, my guy. Wow.
Elway was traded in the offseason.
There we go.
Still counts.
That's crazy, dude. What a hit. What an absolute gem right there. Wow. Congratulations, Michael Convey. We are off and running in a big way, I would say. In this series, and pretty much all the other series at this point. Hashtag the sniper. I'm telling you. At this point, that's a great way to start.
You're there. The first Tom Brady written on a box.
Right? History is being made right here.
Wow, his son's favorite player, my grandson's name is Brady.
Wow.
Insane.
Yeah, so I got a feeling this isn't getting traded, guys. I'm going to level with you, but This is sick, too. I love the color scheme on this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool, man. Very nice. Fanatic certified, obviously, on the back there. He's exclusive. That's how you start a show right there.
I would agree.
I don't know if we're going to see anything better, but also, I don't know. I guess we'll see. We've got 13 coming up next. Lucky 13. Also Donovan NASCAR driver. For
Jake Garcia.
Who?
He's the truck driver.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh. So here we go. We're going to get right into the shtick of this series, guys. So whoever is winning this one is getting that off-season upgrade right there. Off-season upgrade. So you're going to win the replica helmet, and you're going to get one of these hidden headliners. So let's see who this is going to be. Ladder box, replica helmet. Oh, wow. I actually hate this. And it'll make sense in a minute because it's one of my favorite players of all time. It's Deshaun Jackson, but it's on a Washington. Washington Commanders Deshaun Jackson. He actually had a couple of good years there. Obviously Tampa Bay as well and Philadelphia before all that. But Washington football team, Deshaun Jackson, NFC East, TJ Anzalone. There you go, my guy. Congratulations on D-Jax.
There you go.
So now what I need...
We're getting a lot more of him lately.
I'm all right with it. So what I need from you, TJ, then, is a letter, I believe.
Yes.
And it needs to be either B, C, D, or E. B, C, D, or E. And if we don't hear from you, then obviously we will put it into a wheel, and we'll decide whether you're getting B, C, D, or E.
Yeah.
But either way, you're getting Deshaun, and you're going to get something else, and you're still in line for a wheel spin, so...
Oh. Yeah, we are not common in rip.
Yeah, we are.
Oh. They got some rip. He's going with E.
Going with the back. All right, so let's find out. We'll get that switched up. I think I threw myself off because for some reason Common's name was written in green.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
So then I
Gross.
changed it. I changed it to white. And then I think in my head, I was like, okay, well, I already did that. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I just changed it. Didn't actually change the names. Anyway. Sean goes back in. TJ, let's open this up. That's a good point. I don't know. Good luck, TJ. Here we go, man. Upgrade E coming up. So let's see what we got here. Stick of the series, man. Something hidden in here with a filler hit. This is a full-size authentic helmet. So he's winning the Deshaun Jackson. And I believe he's also going to take an Adrian Peterson Winter Warrior Authentic.
Oh.
So not too bad. Not too bad in one foul swoop here, taking Deshaun Jackson and getting an Adrian Peterson Winter Warrior Authentic. That ain't bad, bro. Congratulations.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's
All
a sick
day.
lid. All day, all deed. All day indeed.
See, it's cool. We just had a double box break with 3 helmets.
Right? That could happen again. We could have a quad
Yeah.
box break with 6 helmets.
I think the maximum was a quad box break with 8 helmets.
Yeah.
How about that?
That would be wild if we could get that. All right. I'm going to be Colin, and then you can still be Rip.
Okay.
Dang it. Alex is too chill. Alex. There we go. Nice double up. Again, right? So that's kind of, you guys kind of got the full spiel of how that one works, right?
Yeah, we saw the best helmet in the series, and we saw an upgrade.
Right? So that can keep happening. I mean, yeah, Tom Brady's gone, but we still got a Peyton Manning speed flex out there. I mean, you're still talking about one of the greatest players to ever play the game. We've also still got, Saquon Barkley on a flex, a Jerome Bettis flex. John Elway is still alive. I mean, there's a ton of big names still out there. I'm really glad I put the sticky notes over there because I've already tried to figure out, where the heck are my sticky notes a couple of times.
It's going to happen a bunch, especially with time.
Yeah. Well, you're accustomed to doing things a certain way, and then...
We've been doing the same thing for years, and then now it's just like, nope.
Right. Second here, I'll put this away.
You don't want to keep AP out?
No.
Ooh.
I have faith that
It's
we're
the year of the
pulling
running
bigger.
backs. You're just going to throw them away?
Yep. Bigger and better things.
Fair enough.
We got Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley out there. The reason why it's the year of the running backs.
That's fair.
Although Adrian Peterson, one of my favorite running backs of all time, I think one of the best.
Speaking of AP, there's a 6 speed flex of him in the diamond.
Look at you. Almost like you're getting right into a transition. Which maybe we are. Especially, I mean, there you guys see it right there in the back.
Ooh.
There she is. Nope. We're doing the countdown. Here in a second, you'll see it. There it is. Two-tone Chrome Flex Adrian Peterson, man. It's a shipping thing. Shipping's got a lot of changes for us. But yeah, the sticky notes basically are like falling off. And then, you know, when we're transferring stuff that we're missing sticky notes and they have to figure out who won this and they have to contact a bunch of people. So instead, we just write it right on the box now.
Makes it a lot easier. Honestly, it's probably something we should have been always doing.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, so this is that's still out there, obviously, and a lot of other big things too on top of this. We'll go ahead and hop in to our top to bottom rundown, starting with the diamond helmet since we're here. Two-tone Chrome Flex Adrian Peterson. Thing is absolutely gorgeous. It is still out there. If that's not enough, here's a Barry Sanders Rave Authentic too. You get in the NFC North, you can win both of those in the same go. If that's not enough, we still got 2 other speed flexes. Travis Kelce up here on a speed flex, silver visor, Super Bowl champs on the side here for the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, and then Peyton Manning on the slate speed flex as well. 5-time NFL MVP, Peyton Manning. And we still have Terry McLaurin and Jerome Bettis. So there's a ton of headliners still left in the pump fake diamond helmets. Again, it's all authentics. It's all speed flexes still in that series. We also have Deshaun Jackson out there and Eric Dickerson. So again, better than a 1 in 3 chance at headliners right now when it comes to the diamond helmets. I'm going to go ahead and drop in the live breaks page as a whole. It's right here. Bloop. And let's get into the offseason moves, which Alex has informed me it is a bunch of guys that have been moved on the offseason in the past, which completely didn't even catch that. I just thought it was because like offseason moves are happening right now. But
it's okay. Takes people some time.
Yeah.
2 to go in the single.
There you go. 560 for the quad, 280 for the double, and it's 140 for the single. And again, guys, it's all authentics and speed flexes, and then 5 replica helmets in total. Now only 3 left. Those replica helmets get you the upgrade, though, which I believe are these names right here. I don't know what they pulled last night, but obviously we just pulled.
I believe it was the Moss.
So both the Vikings are gone. Moss and Peterson. Still got a Barry Sanders upgrade, a George Kittle, and a Michael Irvin upgrade. And then a ton of these headliners still out there in this series, including Peyton Manning. Broncos Speed Flex, Hall of Fame inscription. Nice looking visor. Got that crazy ripped Speed Flex back in the room for Saquon Barkley with that silver visor. So a couple of nice flexes on those two. We've got a Jerome Bettis flex too. That's that smoke chrome with the gold visor. Beautiful looking helmet on that bad boy. Plenty of other big headliners. Marshall Faulk still out there. This dripped authentic Rob Gronkowski still alive. John Elway, J.J. Watt, Derrick Henry, all out there and available in this series. Obviously, double ups across the board. You're looking at Manning and John Elway on a potential double up. Jerome Bettis and Derrick Henry. So a lot of different ways you guys can win in the double, the quad, whatever it may be. Still looking for Eric Dickerson and A.J. Green as well. Do we have an A.J. Green Cardinals lid?
It was. Or it is, I would assume. I don't know if it got pulled yet.
I don't think it's gotten pulled yet. A.J. Green Cardinal lid. I'm kind of excited for that.
Yeah.
We pulled the Brady, but let's look at this Gronk. Dripped. Black visor. I mean, I'm just saying, it's kind of right if you have a Brady Bronco helmet or Buccaneer helmet, you get the Gronk to go along with it, right? Especially on Tampa Bay. It would make sense.
They're paired together for life.
They really are. Ghost Chrome. Yellow visor. Beautiful for any Steeler fan or collector alike. And then last but not least, Rip Speed Flex, Saquon Barkley. So plenty of heat in that. That should be the hot break all day. I mean, we're already down to 17 boxes, guys. That's it. 17 boxes left. There you go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 headliners, 17 boxes. Still have 3 more where you're going to win 2 items. So, yeah, it's pretty much all good. All good all the time.
I think the diamond single closed.
Diamond single closed. I'm going to quickly just touch on the vault because that's the other big series that's in the room right now. We'll see how many of these we get to. Obviously, there's some other breaks taking precedent, which makes sense. But we got 9 headliners left and 3 vault keys. So, really, it's a 12 and 16 chance at a headliner or a vault key, We are still looking for 3 speed flexes. Barry Sanders, that ripped Saquon Barkley, and the crazy Myles Garrett speed flex, which you don't have to worry about him switching teams anymore. Locked up for a while on that bad boy, so that helmet holding value, probably even gaining value at the end of the day. On top of that, Tony Romo, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert. We got 2 of the best quarterbacks in the NFL in this series still out there. We got CeeDee Lamb, one of the best receivers in the game, still out there as well, and a Hines Ward replica helmet. So plenty to do in that coin toss. Plus, we still have a Howie Long as a listed headliner. 3 vault keys still out there. So again, your odds of getting a headliner or a vault key are extremely high. Literally 12 and 16, which is very, very good. 75% chance. So that's what we got going on, guys. We do have a diamond single coming up next. So let's get it going. Here it is. We've got Kenneth Stanton, Taylor Heifetz, Michael Convey, Tom Kozuch, Trey Sorensen, Michael Convey, and Jeff August with the close. Drop me a number for diamond number 1. First diamond of the day. Authentics and flexes only, guys. And we still got some big ones out there. Personally, like, I want to see the 2-tone chrome flex, Adrian Peterson.
How could you not?
But that Barry Sanders rave, I think that's the first Lions rave I've seen.
Ooh,
so I would like to get it out here. Yeah. Like to get it out here. Investigate. My favorite rave so far that I've seen in person, not the ones I've seen on graphics or in the back or anything, in person on the show, Miami Dolphins. That teal is just,
I think I like the blue and the red better. I haven't seen an orange one yet. Actually, no, I think I might have saw a Chase Brown one.
I did see Chase Brown as well. It's good. The orange ones are good. The yellow ones are a little strange. Take some getting used to, but that's okay. 12 from Mr. August. Closer Magic Box Collar Mojo on box 12. That works. The Ryan Blaney box coming up. Yeah, right. 12 is hot. So here we go. Good luck, guys. 8 clicks for box 12. All right, Jeff August looking for box collar mojo. He is up in the NFC North. Obviously, the location of some big hits with Barry Sanders still out there, with Adrian Peterson still out there. Michael Convey is in the NFC South. Could be Deshaun Jackson, potentially, if he's on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He also could be on an Eagle or a Commander, in which case we'd be going to Trey Sorensen here. He's also in that Terry McLaurin spot. Taylor Heifetz is in the NFC West. We got Michael Convey in the AFC North. Still got that Bettis out there in this series. Tom Kozuch in the AFC South looking for... Oh, never mind. Peyton Manning, I forgot, is actually the AFC West, which is Kenneth Stanton, and then Michael Convey in the AFC East. So one box here, guys. Let's get it. Number 12. Ryan Blaney / Ryan Newman.
You are correct.
Thank you. Full-size authentic guaranteed, if not a flex. So here we go. What do we got? Ooh. Speaking of guy that we've been... Did you see that? Just like floated all the way down back on camera. A guy we've been getting here a little bit more recently. Dude was an absolute stud. You could argue maybe the best cornerback in the game for a while. How about Patrick Peterson?
There we go.
Look at this cardinal lid, too. That is sick. Kind of blacked out. I love how the black kind of blends into like the actual logo itself. That's pretty awesome, man. Patrick Peterson, NFC West, Taylor Heifetz.
He was a stud.
All day long with one spot, bro. $96 for a full-size authentic Patrick Peterson. He was a stud.
Sparkles on there, too. I don't know if you can really see it. But.
Yeah. I think the last time I pulled this, I said it kind of reminds me of a speedboat. Like, you know how they kind of have those, the glitter on the inside. That's kind of what it reminds me of. You can't really see it on camera, but yeah, there is some red sparkling going on here on this Patrick Peterson. Very sick lid. Very good player, obviously. I mean, I don't know if he's got. He's probably got a future in the Hall of Fame, I would imagine. I mean, he's got 8 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pros. He's already an All 2010 Hall of Famer. Long career, obviously, mostly with the Cardinals. Got the Vikings and the Steelers near the end. But dude was pretty solid, not just as a cornerback, but as a returner too. Yeah, dude was very, very solid. I think Patrick Peterson Hall of Fame. That would be my guess.
I don't know if he'll get in or not. It's one of those where like he was on bad teams, so
he was on a bad team.
When you look back on it, like in 5 years, people are gonna be like, "Oh, he was really good, but is he Hall of Fame worthy?"
Right.
Definitely won't be first ballot. Maybe he sneaks in one day. We'll see.
I'm gonna guess and state right here he's gonna sneak in the Hall of Fame at some point. That's my guess.
You can include college, 100%.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they should. Although then you get some guys like Reggie Bush, for example. You know,
Yeah, that's why they have the
absolutely
college Hall of
incredible
Fame.
college player, but it's like, do you put him in the? He wasn't
It's
a
like
great.
it's
pro
like
player.
Jameis, Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, right.
Those
Tim
guys.
Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
I mean, I guess I'm happy they are separated.
That's what's just
The more I
interesting
talk to myself.
with basketball. It's just the Basketball Hall of Fame, so college is included.
Right. I feel like it happens a little bit less. Not completely, though, but and it's tough, dude. I mean, like, what about those guys? I don't know. Like, what if you have a guy at like Weber State? Shout out Damian Lillard. But he's just out there, like, he's not a pro level player, but he's averaging like 18 a game, like 6 assists. Like, is he Basketball Hall of Fame worthy just for his college career? Is there anybody that's like that?
The only one I could think of, and he had a couple decent years in the NBA, but not too much. Christian Laettner.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, he played on the Olympic team.
Yeah. So you get that. He was really good in college. Had a couple good years in the NBA, but nothing too much.
I'm trying to think, of like the best college players that didn't really do well in the NBA.
Another
they
guy I
were
was
really
thinking
good.
of is I think Sabonis' dad is.
Oh,
because he
what is it?
played-
Armidas or
Yeah, he was very
Artemis?
good internationally, and then he only played a few years with like Portland. Was really
Oh,
good.
that's a
with
good
Portland.
point. What about like Jimmer Fredette?
Yeah, that would be
Dude
an
was a
interesting
stud in
one.
college. He played great overseas. His pro career was bad.
I wonder if a
But
guy like Danny Manning. From,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
back in the day, because he played for the Clippers and just was never really heard of again. Even though he wasn't bad with the Clippers, it was just the Clippers.
Tony Kukoc.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's got to be some, bro. We're gonna find him. Ralph Sampson, dude was a stud in college. Jonathan Jenkins, Jeff August, Dean Villeneuve, Michael Convey, James Hamlin. We're back on the offseason moves, guys. Drop me a number.
see, because Kukoc was winning NBA championships at least still too.
But that almost makes it a little bit more interesting, you know?
Yeah,
Like, because it's like if he has even if he was incredible in college, but he has like 2 All-Star appearances in a finals, he's a champion. It's like, is that enough to put him over the top?
It's almost is that if you include his college career, is it enough for Derrick Rose to get into the Hall of Fame?
Well, that's a good point. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's an interesting
He
conversation.
only had 1 year in college, but he made the finals. Was great in college.
And is it just does your overseas career count too? Like, does it
It's
count?
just basketball. That's why Sabonis' dad is in. I think.
That is so weird. So what if there's just a dude that's hooping in China? Like, what if there's a dude that's averaging
I
like
think you
35
have to at
points,
least
10
have
assists?
some.
19, by the way. Thank you.
You gotta have some like
NBA.
or like at least college.
Is that just an unwritten rule, or
I don't know.
I don't know either. I need to do a deeper dive of all this.
Or he might have just got in for his NBA career.
He had a decent NBA career.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyway,
it's interesting for sure.
let's get back to football for now. Well, we might have to hop back down this rabbit
Larry
hole at
Johnson
some
was
point.
good enough in the pros. Come on, give Grandmama some love.
Larry Johnson, baby. With a nickname like Grandmama, I mean, he does deserve some credit.
He actually made Charlotte relevant for a little bit.
All right, guys. James Hamlin is up in the NFC North for this break. We've got Dean Villeneuve, NFC South, and the NFC East. Jeff August in the NFC West. We got Dean Villeneuve, AFC North. Jonathan Jenkins here in the AFC South. Dean Villeneuve, AFC East. And then the AFC West going to Michael Convey. So we break this down one time here, guys. Michael Convey looking to do something pretty incredible, right? Take home the Tom Brady with one spot, then take home the Peyton Manning the very next break with one spot. Never know. Jerome Bettis would be going to Dean Villeneuve. Saquon Barkley would be going to Dean as well. John Elway, Michael Convey's in that spot. J.J. Watt would be going to Jeff August. Drew Brees, Dean Villeneuve. So got some options here. In box number 19. Box 19. The former Martin Truex box. I think now it's one of the guys that used to be a different number. I don't know if it was Chase Briscoe or somebody. Oh, hold the phone. Hold the phone. This is interesting. This is not what I was expecting.
Oh yeah,
We got a gift card. I forgot there's gift cards in this too.
Yeah.
So good job. You just cleared UA cap space. Here's a $100 gift card. So somebody's going to win a full-size authentic helmet and they're getting a gift card on top of it. Wow.
Pretty cool.
$100 gift card too.
I think Larry Johnson won 1 national championship. I don't think he won 2.
Just one.
I think
What
they
about
won 1.
Shabazz Napier? Stud.
Kemba.
Kemba.
Cardiac Kemba.
Well. Funny that we brought this guy up because here he is on the Arizona Cardinal Authentic. We got AJ Green.
Speaking of him.
AJ Green, Jeff August, Starting to
go.
rack them up. NFC West, one spot, taking down one of my favorite receivers all time, AJ Green, and $100.
Think about that. He basically just won AJ Green for $40.
Right? And maybe even less than that if he wins the Chase Wheel Spin.
Yeah, could be getting paid.
Love AJ Green, man. I think looking back, I think a lot of people underestimated how good AJ Green was, maybe. I mean, he had a couple of really, really good seasons. I mean, one of the best receivers in the game for about 2-3 seasons. Drafted the same time as Julio Jones. Both those dudes, really good. A Cardinal, that's right. Finally got his Cardinal. He's been searching for one. He's got it now. Still got another Cardinal out there, too, by the way. J.J. Watt.
JJ, what?
What does the Fox say?
Oh, he's got 31 teams now?
Yeah, I think the last one is Seahawks.
Seahawks.
I don't know if that's right. Tell me if that's wrong. I think it's Seahawks.
And then the alert I get is Zay Jones signs with the Cardinals.
There you go. Yeah, gonna be a lot of that today, I gotta imagine. Oh, Texans. That's right. It's Texans.
Texans. Do we have any Texans in this series? We definitely have some Texans out there. I can't really think of a Texan like that where they just made like a big signing or trade. Because they traded D-Hop and they traded Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, right. There's an Andre Johnson. It's a mini helmet, but do have Andre Johnson in
Well,
the.
it could be a Stephon Diggs.
It's true. You have no idea. I mean, maybe Nico Collins could be in this series too. You just never know, man. We're getting down to it too, right? I mean, we've done 3 already, so we're down to 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 headliners. 3 of the filler, or not the fillers, the hidden headliners still out there too. We got a jersey coming up next. We got Ty Percival, we got Shea Owens, we got Michael Grimm, Charles Nelson, and Zachary White. Good luck, guys. Drop me a number.
You gotta think that series is only free agents, so people have to trade.
The entire thing, not just the headliners.
Except for the upgrades.
Oh yeah, Stephon Diggs. That's a good point.
11.
That was right as you sat down. That was funny.
It happens like that.
I had it the other day where I woke up in the middle of the night or whatever, and had to go to the bathroom. And as soon as I laid down and put my head on the pillow, my girlfriend's alarm started going off. I was just like, wow. Couldn't have timed that any worse, probably more for her. Because I probably woke her up, and then she's like, oh, okay, I don't have to wake up
What
yet.
happened to me is I'll wake up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and then I come back and my dog stole my spot.
Oh, my cats do that, so I feel you.
Any opportunity he gets, then I'll just like move, and then he gets up and goes back on his bed.
Like, what are you doing? Daughter was born on 11/29. Oh. So special number here for Grimm. See if it pays off, man. Good luck. Good luck, everybody. Ty likes the number 2. We got Zach in the NFC North, NFC South, Shea Owens, NFC East, Charles Nelson, NFC West, Shea Owens, AFC North, Ty Percival in the AFC South, Zachary White, AFC East, and Michael Grimm in the AFC West. I'll let you do the honors on this one. We got 11.
Is that Denny Hamlin?
That's Denny Hamlin. A little slow start for Denny Hamlin this season.
It happens.
Does happen sometimes. Ooh, I like this one a lot. Got that old school Kelly Green coming out here for the ultimate weapon, Randall Cunningham. Randall Cunningham, Kelly Green, Eagles jersey, NFC East, Shea Owens. Very nice, brother. Couple of spots for that. That'll work. That will work. Well, good news, bad news for Grimm. He wasn't in the spot to get George Kittle, but the good news is he didn't come out. So odds got a little bit better, and we are headliner hot right now, aren't we? I mean, Champ Bailey and Randall Cunningham back-to-back breaks. Very cool looking jersey here. Congrats, Shea. One of those guys that, was like, we always say kind of walked, so guys like Michael Vick could run, so guys like Lamar Jackson could sprint. He was kind of one of the OG guys that was scrambling around. He would have been great in today's NFL.
100%.
He was great back then, too. One of those guys that's probably not going to be a Hall of Famer, but Hall of very good, definitely highlight tape worthy.
That's what I'm saying. If a guy like him isn't in the Hall of Fame, I don't know Patrick Peterson.
They play different positions,
I know,
Alex.
but still.
I think Patrick Peterson was probably a better cornerback than Randall Cunningham was quarterback. And return specialist. Like, when you throw in both the things he did, I don't know.
Yeah. Patrick Peterson's probably watching this like, this guy's an idiot. I'm a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. He's probably watching like, I really like the host. and the producer sucks. No, I'm just playing. 2, 3, 4, 9, 9, 2.
I'll just never
Starting to
forget
get the hang of this now.
when he left the Cardinals. He's like, I want to play for a contender, and then he signed with the Vikings, and they were like coming off like a 4-win season. It's like, what?
Look, man, if this offseason has taught us anything, people just say things sometimes.
100%.
Look at Myles Garrett. You know, he wanted to win a Super
That
Bowl.
was a little different. It's like, I want out. How about $40 million a year? Okay, I'll stay.
Yeah, well, he said, I want out. I want to play for a team. Like, you know, my legacy is I need to win. And then they're like, well, how about $40 million? And he's like, okay, well, I guess you got a good point.
It's a good point.
All right, guys, looking at the page, I think our next closest break is actually going to be a practice squad break right here. We didn't go over this in the top to bottom. We'll just quickly finish that top to bottom and maybe touch back in on where we're at in some of these other series. But Screen Pass practice squad, man, there's still a speed flex. I understand that for sure. Julian Edelman, speed flex, a lot of value, especially when we're talking about $50. It only is $50 to play. We're 3 spots to go. There's still a Kyler Murray full-size authentic too. Did you see he went to South Korea where I didn't even realize he's a descendant there, like a 3rd generation South Korean.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he went to South Korea. Yeah. Went to South Korea, and I mean, it was like a hero's welcome. People were so excited to see Kyler Murray. And you and I think, are on the same page. I know Steven and I are, but
I like Kyler.
I think Kyler's underrated.
I do too.
Personally, yeah. Kyler, I think, is a little underrated. I like him a lot. Oklahoma, authentic here. Heisman, he was great. I'm not supposed to say Korean. Tomlinson is gone, Tanya, but he is a guy we see all the time. See a lot of LaDainian Tomlinson in the room. I mean, you never know. He could be in the offseason moves. We have had him on Jets before. It's been a while, though. Been a while since we've seen him on Jets, but you never know. Regardless, we'll have LT again. So if you like LaDainian Tomlinson and any other Chargers, you're definitely in the right place for that. But Walter Payton's still alive, and that is a massive hit. I mean, again, you're not getting a lot of Walter Payton autographs. That's just the truth. And then we still have that Ray Lewis mini. So there's still 4 photoed headliners left here in the practice squad. So definitely still worth the play here. Jets where Hall of Famers go to die. Jeez. JR has strong opinions about the Jets. Was not very pleased with Justin Fields going there yesterday.
No. Like, I feel like every non-Bears, I don't know. There's like an in-between of Justin Fields. Either you love him and you think he's been just screwed his whole career. You're like, he's not as good as everyone says. No in between.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm in between. I'm just playing. Jerseys. Let's talk about it real quick because we are starting to see some of these come out. We saw Champ Bailey. We saw Randall Cunningham. We are still looking for Ray Lewis. We're looking for Ty Law, Wes Welker as well. So where the Patriots fans at? Still got 2 big-time Patriots out there. Jason Taylor still alive. We got Josh Jacobs, George Kittle. And then we have Brian Dawkins and Warren Sapp both still out there as well. Anything other than Cowboys is what Tanya's looking for. That's great. We have Cowboys, but we also have a lot of everything else. The biggest series in the room right now, 100%, I still think is this offseason. And the Diamonds. We'll go through both of those real quick. But, you know, we pulled the Brady, but, man, we're still looking for a lot of big names. Peyton Manning, Jerome Bettis, Marshall Faulk, Rob Gronkowski, Drew Brees, Saquon Barkley, John Elway, J.J. Watt, Derrick Henry. None of those guys are on Cowboys, and they are all massive names. A lot of guys that are either in the Hall of Fame, will be in the Hall of Fame, current day stars. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, but it's actually crazy because if you take away Saquon Barkley's year last year and you look at Derrick Henry, he had one of the most unbelievable seasons a running back's ever had, and he did it at 30 years old on a brand new team. I think, really, when we're talking about Derrick Henry, his conversation or his, you know, when you're bringing him up and where he ranks on the best of all time, he should be closer to the top. I mean, when you're ranking the best running backs of all time, I think you have to start putting Derrick Henry in that conversation. Now, I'm not trying to say he's better than Barry Sanders. I'm not trying to say he's better than Walter Payton. But a top 10 running back at this point, I think, is very fair. And, I mean, who knows? You know, if he's got 4 more years left in the tank, I'm just saying, man, almost another 2,000-yard season for Derrick Henry last year. Very, very impressive. And I think he's not slowing down.
He's top 3 for this century.
Easy.
I mean, it's him, Adrian Peterson, and LT.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, by the time his career is over with, he might pass both of them.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously, that's exciting. And when you talk about that, I think you have to talk about Saquon Barkley, too. After signing a big extension with the Eagles, they have one of the best offensive lines in the game. Saquon we saw what he could do behind that line. we got, 3-4 more years of that with Saquon Barkley. If he can stay healthy, he might throw himself in that conversation as well. One of the best tight ends of all time. You and I were literally just looking at this list of like your all-time offense. What does it look like? You got guys like Brady and Moss and Jerry Rice, on the offensive line, Jonathan Ogden and Anthony Munoz. You got Barry Sanders at running back. They had Tony Gonzalez at the tight end position. And I think you and I both agreed we might go this guy instead, Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah.
And this is a sick, dripped, authentic, too. I mean, that's a sick lid, guys. With a visor, absolutely. Jerome Bettis, Ghost Chrome, can't go wrong. I mean, throw that in your collection. Everybody's going to be oohing and on over that, no doubt. Drew Brees, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. John Elway, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. This is a sick series, guys. It does not stop with that Brady. It's just sick hits the entire way through. We're giving away gift cards. We're giving away all these hidden names that are going to be won with some of the replica helmets in the series. There's just so much to do. $560 for the quad, more than fair. And then the double and the single as well. Tons. Hopefully we can get a slab break closed today. We haven't touched on the slabs. We can do that real quick. We do have the double up. I think we should get a single, to be honest with you.
How did they put it? Double up?
Yeah, I think they tried to close it on a double. I would probably lean just doing a single.
Two singles, right?
Yeah, so we'll throw the price down too on that and make it a single box break. There are no photoed headliners left. There are no listed headliners left. But I said this yesterday. This is the truth. I'm actually kind of interested in what this and more section looks like, because yesterday we pulled a rookie patch auto of Garrett Wilson, but it wasn't just a rookie patch auto. It was numbered to 25. It was 2 of 25, and the patch was 3-colored. It was a triple patch. And those add even more value. I would say arguably it was the best slab we pulled yesterday, and we did pull a few headliners. So who knows what's in that and more section. This is going to be, I think, like $39 a spot once we get that single up. I think the last thing we need to talk about is one to go in the practice squad, the minis. Mini helmets. We have the final 10 mini helmets, 5 headliners, including Andre Johnson, Roger Staubach, Josh Jacobs, and Warren Sapp. Oh my God, look at that Jared Verse rave that was in there.
Ooh, I thought you just said you didn't like the yellow.
I haven't seen the Rams one.
Looks good.
I kind of
right?
like that one. Yeah. The only one I saw was the Steelers. I was kind of like, it's okay. But this kind of looks sweet. I like the black in it. Anyway, Roger Staubach's a Centennial helmet, by the way. Got the red, white, and blue going through the top. Andre Johnson right here. I always think it has a visor, but it's just the JSA sticker sticking out. Josh Jacobs and Warren Sapp. So plenty to do on that one, guys. Plenty to do across the board. Let's keep attacking the break page. I'm guessing we got a practice squad coming up very, very soon. 1 spot to go.
Yeah, I want to see the Walter Payton slab. I've only seen the Walter Payton photo in here. I've never seen a slab or helmet or any of that.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen... I've only seen one Walter Payton helmet, like, ever. Oh. And it was a mini helmet, and it wasn't here. Just out in the wild. This is the only time I've ever seen one. All right, are you ready? Are you ready for your pop quiz trivia, since we have time?
Okay.
I had to make sure this was correct. So, Christopher Bell. You know Christopher Bell.
I know Christopher Bell.
What number is he?
20.
He is number 20. Christopher Bell won 3 straight races after yesterday. Or Sunday. 3 straight races. He won at the Amber, he won Echo Park, and he just won Shriners. There are 2 other NASCAR drivers in the history of racing that have won 3 straight races.
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson's a good guess. It is incorrect. Let me finish. I'll give you one hint.
Okay.
You know both these guys. You've mentioned both these guys. Neither one is racing anymore. And they are both numbers that we would call when we get boxes out here. No. Good guess, though. Good guess.
Greg Biffle.
Not Greg Biffle.
Matt Kenseth.
Not Matt Kenseth. He's running through them, baby. The only rave I don't like so far that I've seen is the Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles one is, if you like that color, I think it's good. But for me, I wish it was more like the Kelly green, like a little brighter. Not Jeff Gordon. It's
Tony
a good guess.
Stewart.
Not Tony Stewart. Man, you are getting there. One guy like I saw racing like when I was growing up. The other guy retired like pretty early on when I was one. Bill Elliott is one of them. Bill Elliott. There you go.
That doesn't race anymore. Bobby Labonte.
Not Bobby Labonte.
Damn it.
Bill Elliott was a great poll. That's the one I thought maybe you wouldn't
It's
get.
not Dale Jr.
It's not Dale Jr. This guy's still, not that this helps you, but he's still very involved in NASCAR. He actually calls a lot of the races. It does. I know that doesn't help you, but it might help somebody out
Lightning
there.
McQueen.
It's Lightning McQueen. That's exactly right. Absolutely nailed it. NASCAR trivia on NASCAR Tuesday.
You said I know the other one.
You know the other one, 100%. We call his box many times.
Mark Martin.
Not Mark Martin. And it might not be these might not be the only two. Maybe these were the most recent two, but these were the ones on the broadcast. They were talking about it, and I was like, "Oh, if Christopher Bell wins this race, I've got a doozy of a question for Alex on Tuesday."
I don't think I have the other one.
I think you're gonna get it. We're gonna get the number. That's how we're gonna reveal it, one way or another. Maybe we'll get it here in the practice squad. I don't know if his number. Let's see. We could get his number in the practice squad.
Okay.
I believe. He had a couple of different numbers.
Speaking of practice squad, one to go.
One to go.
One to go.
I'm gonna drop that in there, guys. Closer magic on the
Buy me
line.
some time.
It's Tuesday. You know how this goes, man. This happens all the time on Tuesdays. We have a break that's one to go. It sits there for a while, and then usually whoever closes it is usually the one that walks away with a dub. I mean, that's not even a lie. That just happens. Speaking of the Eagles rave, you do have it on here. If you haven't seen it, it looks like this. Unfortunately, the Jalen Carter has been pulled, but plenty of other big hits. Walter Payton, I mean, Alex mentioned it. We don't see Walter Payton. Nobody sees Walter Payton that often because there's just not a lot of it out there. And obviously, because of that, makes the autograph that much more valuable, especially considering how great of a player Walter Payton was. One of the best running backs, in a lot of people's minds, the best running back to ever play the game. Still got a speed flex, though, too. For $50, winning a Julian Edelman speed flex. Forget about it. Kyler Murray authentic. Forget about it. Even the Ray Lewis mini. Most of the stuff you get in this series, probably more than $50. I'm not going to sit here and say everything, but most of the stuff probably worth more than $50.
I think Chris Ripka's going to close it up.
All right. So it'll be practice squad single coming up.
William Byron.
He's not racing anymore. William Byron is racing.
I don't think I have any more.
I think literally the viewers we have right now is the number that this guy is.
Yours is different. I just have other Twitches. I got 23. It's not Bubba. Is it Bubba?
Nope, it's not 23. I have 29.
I don't know 29.
You don't know 29?
No.
We got Tanya in this one, TJ Anzalone, Michael Convey, Jonathan Jenkins, Troy Sorensen, and Chris Ripka. I'm impressed you got half of it. Practice squad number 1. He also drove the 4 car at one point.
No.
Would you like the answer?
Yeah.
So it was Christopher Bell most recently, Bill Elliott, Kevin Harvick.
Kevin Harvick.
Okay. Kevin Harvick.
That sounds like an NBA announcer.
He's a NASCAR announcer now. 15 coming up from Clapping Cheeks. Thank you, sir. In the practice squad. Honestly, I'm still going to give you a B. I'm impressed you got 1. Tanya wanted 3, which would have been great for the Race Hail Praise Dale box, but it is going to be 15. Thank you, sir. Here we go. 8 clicks. Troy Sorensen in the NFC North, Michael Convey, NFC South, NFC East, TJ Anzalone in the NFC West. We got Michael Convey in the AFC North, Tanya's in the AFC South, Jonathan Jenkins, AFC East, and we got Chris Ripka in the AFC West. So here we go, guys. So if we are about to see the Ray Lewis mini, it'll be Michael Convey taking that one home. The Walter Payton slab card would be going to Troy Sorensen. Kyler Murray would be going to TJ Anzalone, and then that Julian Edelman speed flex would be Jonathan Jenkins. CR7, is that Cristiano Ronaldo?
Common silver player.
I think we've had Ronaldo in the room before.
We definitely have.
I think a couple times,
On a
actually.
cleat, on a ball, on a jersey.
Yep, okay, a few times even.
Yeah.
It's a Ricky Henderson bat.
No.
It is, I believe, a slab card, though.
Oh, here we go.
Which could be big. Could be big.
Do we get to see it? Do I get to see it?
And you get to see it.
Oh.
Here we go, box 15. An absolute legend and a very expensive autograph encased in this is a slab card signed by Walter Payton. Sweetness in the building. Troy Sorensen, one spot in the break. That is pretty impressive, my guy.
Three-peating Bears.
As offseason champs.
Yeah.
$50 for this.
That's the icing
It's
on the cake right there, Walter Payton.
definitely worth more than $50. I think they'd take Walter Payton back if
I
that
think
was
they
possible.
definitely would. Him and Ben Johnson's system would be awesome.
Him in any system would be awesome.
Yeah.
He's one of the best
Yeah.
running backs to ever play. Beautiful pro line. Very nice. PSA certified on
That
this
is
autograph.
sweet.
Here, you can have a closer look.
Thank you.
Congrats, Troy. Big time hit, bro.
Oh, yeah. Sweetness.
Sweetness indeed. We'll probably just lean him against here. That's fine. It was not a Ricky Henderson bat.
No, it was not. He was way better.
It's yeah.
A Walter Payton signed slab card.
It is worth more probably than a Ricky Henderson bat,
Probably, yeah.
if I had to guess. So Troy. So
One spot, too.
yeah, that's all it needed, right? Still have the Julian Edelman Speed Flex and a Kyler Murray Authentic, plus the Ray Lewis mini helmet. So still got plenty more to do. Just lean Walter right there. This is cool too. I didn't even notice on the backside here. You do have like kind of the TB12 rip, like his logo's on there too. Didn't even notice that until I saw the video earlier, and I was like, oh shoot, I didn't even show that off. But put that boy front and center. This one came out of the off-season moves, guys, which still has a lot of big names out there. Again, we've got a quad up, a double up. We're spending time talking about it. But Jerome Bettis, Ghost Chrome, still alive out there. This bad boy right here. Marshall Faulk, Rob Gronkowski, Drew Brees, Saquon Barkley, the entire middle row still at large. Tyreek Hill, Peyton Manning, John Elway, J.J. Watt, Derrick Henry. So really, there's like 2 photoed headliners gone? 3? No, I think it's just 2. I think it's Brady and Dion, right?
I want to say Tyreek Hill's gone.
And Tyreek Hill. So there we go. These 3.
The top 3?
The top 3. We're going in order. So Peyton Manning might be next, which would be big.
Yeah, it
so definitely worth hopping in there, guys. One way or another. 2 top hits so far, I would say Walter Payton and Tom Brady.
Easy.
We're pulling. Tanya's done. All right, Tanya. We'll take it easy. Come back, play when you can. Obviously, we'd love to have you. And we are a little bit open here, guys. So let's start attacking, figuring out what we want to do next. It's only 1 o'clock. We're just getting the party started. 30 people watching. And I'm telling you right now, between the offseason moves, all the great hits that are out there, and then the other one maybe we should highlight is the Vault series, because I'm telling you right now, when it comes to odds, it's hard to find better odds in the break room right now than the Vault. 9 headliners, 16 boxes, but throw in the 3 Vault keys, which are probably with fillers. It's a 12 and 16 chance at Vault keys or headliners. So, I mean, literally, we're talking about a 75% chance that the next thing you pull in this series is a Vault key or a headliner. And it's not some no-nonsense headliners either. We got a Hines Ward rep, a Tony Romo authentic. We got 2 of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. Barry Sanders, Saquon Barkley, and that Myles Garrett all still out there on the speed flexes. So, I mean, probably out of the 3 speed flexes that immediately catch your attention, 2 of those are still left. And I think the one that looks the best is this Myles Garrett. I mean, you got 2 portraits on here, Brownie the Elf on the other side. Maybe what you don't see, too, is the dog pound going across the top for a guy that's sticking another year with the Browns. Many years with the Browns, it seems like. We've also got Howie Long chilling in there. For those that don't know how it works, there are 5 boxes, now down to 3 boxes left, that have a piece of paper that says, congrats, you've won a Vault key. So you win whatever the autographed helmet is on the inside of the box. Then you're going to win a gift card on top of that, which could be up to $200. So again, you play in this quad, you get the $200 Vault key, you win an autographed helmet for $172, and you might double up, you might triple up. I mean, you just never know. So there's a lot of big ways to play, a lot of big things to be had when it comes to that Vault series. I'm going to go ahead and drop in the double because it's 7 to go. And there's just a lot of big hits. I mean, between the speed flexes and then Herbert and Burrow, which, in my opinion, are probably 2 top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL.
We do have a couple personals out there as well. We got a personal in jerseys and one in the rep series.
Is that right? Hello. We've got Jared. Oh, Jared was in here before. Jared, let me know if you're still out there, brother. Do your jersey personal. And then Andrew Pescatelli, who I know was playing earlier. If either one of you guys are out there, let us know. We can do both of these. We might do both of them anyway, but either way. Let us know, Jared/Gerard and Andrew, if you guys are out there, we can 100% get these personals done for you. It's a good time to do it. Good time to do it. This is a fun time. We were talking about it yesterday. Just a fun time in sports. Obviously, I mean, I'm a huge March Madness fan. I think most people are. But, you know, that's right around the corner. Conference tournaments are happening right now. I'm just watching, like, random games that are, you know, it means so much at the time because it's like, you know, this is it. This is your whole season is on the line right here. It's been fun watching those. And then obviously you got some of the bigger tournaments happening this weekend. And then it all goes down Wednesday and Thursday in the March Madness tournament.
That's right.
It is Jared. Perfect. Jared. All right, Jared. He is out here. So all I need from you, my guy, is a number from the jerseys. You see it scrolling on the bottom of your screen there, right by Walter Payton, right underneath them. We got 1 through 9, 12 through 22, and 24 through 30. So any one of those you want, you're guaranteeing yourself a dub here. So
I was going to say, we've done 2 jerseys today, both headliners.
That's right. It's a good time to be getting into it. So this is the best way for you guys if you want to guarantee yourself a W.
Yep.
Buy personal, right? Guarantees you a dub, guarantees you an autographed item. That's what Jared did. That's what Andrew did.
Get it done.
Get her done. So any number you want, my guy, we can make it happen. And we'll open up the personal, and we'll see where else we go. Andrew Pescatelli, let me know if you're out there too. We might just randomize his too.
Knock his out.
Got to sometimes.
Yeah, the first day of free agency, it kind of just went hard.
It went crazy, and there's still a lot on the
a
table.
lot of veteran receivers still out there. I know Diggs is, Keenan Allen, Cooper Kupp might get released any day now.
Yeah, it sounds
Those are
like
3 big guys, I feel like.
Yeah. I know they're trying to shop Cooper Kupp hard right now.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, now, especially when you know they're going to release him, it's like, well, why am I going to trade for him then?
Yeah, right. He wants 10.
Never understand that logic. But
Still got, I mean, Kirk Cousins is going to be a free agent too, I'm pretty sure. So
I think they want to trade him, though. They're not just going to release him.
I think we don't have 10. You can double check for me, but I don't see 10 on the ticker.
Nope.
All right, so no 10, Jared. I'm going to drop in the numbers we have. So those are your options right there. So 1 through 9 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 through 22, and then 24 through 40. I think there was only like 3 numbers he couldn't call. But that's okay. So let me know when you know. But yeah, it has been crazy. And I think it'll continue to be crazy. Already the moves are happening today. It's going to keep on happening. He wants 12. 12 I think we should have. I know we did do the Ryan Blaney box before, but I think that was in something else.
I saw one report of it, but I didn't see like a ton of it anymore. But I did see that the Eagles might be shopping Dallas Goedert.
I think that's facts. Too much money.
Yeah, like he's good, but I mean, you got the great linemen. You got A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Saquon Barkley. He's kind of just an afterthought now.
Yeah.
Probably be more serviceable on another team.
I think they're gonna release or trade or whatever, or not re-sign at least Mekhi Becton too, which is an offensive lineman.
Yeah, he's a free agent. He's gonna get some big money.
He's
though. That's why.
huge. Yeah, dude is
he
massive.
was drafted as a tackle. Then they moved him inside, and he had a great year inside.
Yeah, he did. And it was just, he was one of the nice stories because he was so emotional when they clinched the playoffs because it's like, he's been on bad teams.
He's on the Jets.
Yeah.
The Jets emotionally destroy you.
Yeah, it was so bad. And then now he's a Super Bowl champ, so kind of sucks to lose him. But nope, 12 works, my guy. Get you going right now. Let's go. Woo. We have a man that made it to not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 straight Super Bowls at the wide receiver position.
There we
We're sitting here
go.
talking about veteran wide receivers. Andre Reed. Very nice. Buffalo Bill hit. Beautiful looking custom with the red, white, and blue. That cleaned up for you. Beckett certified on Andre Reed, Hall of Famer. Dude was an excellent wide receiver. And
Underrated.
yeah, underrated for sure. I think you and I and everybody, maybe as the years go on and we watch the Four Falls of Buffalo and whatever else,
Yeah.
like you start to respect it a little bit more of an accomplishment. To make it to 4 straight, do you know how hard that is?
Yeah, for sure.
Making it to the playoffs 4 years in a row is hard. 4 straight Super Bowls?
Over 10K yards, I want to say, for him as well.
Yeah, dude's an excellent wide receiver. One of the best. Andre Reed. Edelman is still in the practice squad, Jose.
14 boxes.
Yeah, 14 boxes left. Julian Edelman Speedflex and a Kyler Murray Authentic if that's not enough. So full-size helmets are still out there. We'll probably do another top to bottom once we do this rep personal.
I mean, the Cardinals too. They're going to take the place of the Seahawks. Seahawks are going to be taking a step back. You know, I think Geno is slightly better than Sam Darnold. They lose DK Metcalf, obviously. They're taking a little bit of a step back for sure.
I hope you're right. Steve and I were talking about that yesterday, but I actually think Arizona's still going to be the worst team. But we'll see.
The worst team
In that division. I don't know.
I mean, the Niners aren't looking like they're getting any better either.
That's true. I think
They lost a lot.
I think I don't know. And even the Rams, like, they're good, but I don't know, man. That might be a division
I do think
up for
at this
grabs.
point in their careers, Devontae Adams is an upgrade over Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
And then they got a young defense, so the defense will get better. But, I mean, the Cardinals getting Sweat now from your Eagles.
Yeah, that's a big pickup.
He's back with Gannon. They got draft picks. I like Kyler, year 2 of Marvin Harrison Jr. Maybe instead of 8 wins, they win 9, like one more. I don't see them taking a step back.
I don't think so either. No.
And Kyler's going to be a part of that.
And I would not be surprised to see San Fran, no offense if Chacom's watching, I wouldn't be surprised to see San Fran take a step back. I wouldn't be surprised to see...
This might be Kyle Shanahan's last year with the Niners.
Could be.
Might be one of those kind of years.
All right, let's get the... I think this is out of 30, right?
For the reps, yeah, but there's only like 6 numbers left.
Oh, okay, so it's actually probably easier to do it this way. Yeah, I think I checked it yesterday, too, so I think we're good. Gets shipped to you, brother. That's all yours. So we're going to put that in our shipping pile. We usually ship, I think, every day. So that'll probably get shipped out tomorrow. And hopefully it'll get to you early next week, if not by the end of this week. So there you go.
So shipping's probably should be caught up by the end of today. That'll probably get shipped out tomorrow, would be my guess.
Yeah, yeah. So you win that Andre Reed jersey just like that, man. That easy. Something for your collection. So let's throw these reps on here.
You got to get in, Charles.
Right?
I know you got, I think he was in the jerseys in that last break, but you got to get in.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we see it all the time because people are looking at a kind of open break page right now. And then because of that, everybody's probably thinking what Charles is thinking, and then nobody buys in. Where it's like if you guys took a little bit more action, start to attack a break, even put it in the chat. That helps a lot too.
Yeah.
Just being like, hey guys, I'm really liking that Adrian Peterson two-tone chrome flex. Who wants to buy the diamonds? I'll get a spot. And then that kind of gets people like, okay, yeah, you're right. Well, you're going crazy, bro. Already 2 W's, so congratulations, man. Welcome. We're live every single day, 12, 3, and 6 p.m. Central Time, so you're good to go. Hey, it's up to you, bro. It's not on us to spend other people's money, obviously, but I'll tell you right now, $50 to win a Julian Edelman Speedflex, at least on value, that is definitely not a lot of money. When you're talking about, I mean, that's probably a $700, $800 helmet. So box 6 going off. If I can find it. Here it is. Alex is going to go get that. We'll open this up for Andrew. And Jared, let me know your favorite team, man. Charles said he's in for another jersey, so there you go. Still a lot of jerseys out there, man. Wes Welker, Jason Taylor, Josh Jacobs, Brian Dawkins, Warren Sapp, Ray Lewis, Ty Law. Oh, the reps are in wood crates.
Yeah.
I haven't opened one of these in a while, obviously. So here we go. The Mark Martin box. Brad Keselowski box, number 6. I think we still have A.J. Brown out there for the reps in the last few. Marshall Falk. This is a sick rep. I don't know if it's one of those guys, but it's a camo replica helmet. Camo replica helmet of a Super Bowl champion.
Hey, I think the Raiders are going to be a little solid.
Arizona Cardinals. We got Otis Anderson.
Nice.
Replica helmet. Otis Anderson for Andrew Pescatelli. Beautiful camo rep of Otis Anderson on the Cardinals. I like that lid. Very sweet. Very sweet. Love a good camo.
Yeah.
Diehard Raiders fan. That's why I mentioned the Raiders. That makes sense.
I think they'll be decent.
I think they're getting better. I don't know if I love it, but they're getting better.
I'm a fan of Geno. I like Brock Bowers a lot, obviously. Let's see what they do in the draft. But, Pete Carroll, he's not going to have a terrible team out there. It's going to be better than it was last year, that's for sure.
I think Steve and I were talking about this yesterday a little bit. It feels like the gap in the AFC West is closing. It's definitely still the Chiefs division.
Yep.
They're the team to beat, no doubt. They're the number one team in that division. But compared to the last few years, it feels like the competition is going to be a little bit better across the board in that division. Broncos are looking better. Raiders are looking better. Chargers obviously looking better. So it's going to be interesting. For the Raiders, though, you'd mentioned it. We get Brock Bowers on some sick. We've had him on Chrome Flexes, all sorts of cool stuff with Brock Bowers. A lot of the old school guys, though. Howie Long, for example, is in the vault right now. If you want to go after Howie, I'd recommend the vault, especially with all the other great hits that are out there. If you don't really mind getting some other great names like Barry Sanders or Joe Burrow. But Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson and Tim Brown. We get a ton of Raiders. So.
I'm going to say, if you throw a lineup out there of, let's say they sign Tyler Lockett, he gets reunited back over there with Geno and Pete Carroll too.
It's not a bad signing.
And a lot of rumors are they're going to draft Ashton Genty. Then your skill positions are Geno, Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers, Lockett, and Genty. It's not bad.
There's still, you were mentioning some of the other veteran wide receivers that are still out there too. They can make a couple of moves at receiver. And I think they are lacking a little bit at the receiver position. No offense to Jacoby. He's a good receiver. I just don't think he's
he'd be good too. No,
right?
he'd be good too.
And honestly, I'd kind of rather see him as a 3. But
3, and then Brock Bowers is really your
right.
one.
Yeah.
And then you throw in one of those vets like you're saying.
That guy too, Jacoby Myers, guy we could easily see like in the Jersey series as a filler hit.
Oh yeah. Or what if they draft that Arizona wide receiver and he goes to them at 6? I know he's rumored to go to the Jets at 7, but what if he goes to the Raiders at 6?
I definitely see them probably taking an offensive weapon one way or another in the draft. What do you want them to do, Jared? Brock Bowers was definitely a massive pick. That dude is a certified stud.
Can't believe he fell as far as he did.
Yeah, certified stud, Brock Bowers.
Because it's one of those now they do have Geno. They're probably not going to draft a quarterback in the first round.
I wouldn't think so. I don't think you trade for Geno. Although I said the same thing about Atlanta. And
yeah. But Tom Brady is basically running that organization. I don't see him doing that kind of thing.
No.
But you never know. Maybe he does because he sat for a year and he's like, hey, we're going to draft this guy. He's going to sit his first year.
I still don't.
I doubt it, but.
There are people that are like, you see, I told you, like, hey, drafting Michael Penix was a great move. Yeah, and I'm like, dude, I still don't see it.
It was the combo.
Yeah, right. I'm like, I'm not saying drafting Penix was a bad move. It's just, why do you sign Kirk Cousins?
Well, because now when you look at it, because they have Kirk Cousins on this big contract, they lost their center, who the Bears got. They had to release Grady Jarrett. They had to.
They're losing
out. Their roster because they're paying Kirk Cousins all that money.
Right.
And they couldn't go out and sign people, or they had to release people.
And that's a 2-year problem because even last year it restricted them from signing anybody else, and now they're affecting it this year. So I don't know. I think you do one or the other. Yeah, who cares? Give Desmond Ridder another year. Sign, a Ryan Fitzpatrick-esque guy off free agency. Like
Ryan Tannehill was out there.
Right, exactly. Who cares? Just throw somebody like that out there.
Could have thrown some money at Sam Darnold this offseason.
Yeah, who's now a Colt, I believe.
Seahawk. It was, who went to the Colts? Danny Dimes went to the Colts.
That's who it was. Daniel Jones.
I think that was today.
I was thinking of the wrong
He went to the Colts. He's going to be competing.
Who were we just talking about?
Sam Darnold.
Yeah. I was thinking of Daniel Jones.
He got like a Baker Mayfield contract. I think Rodgers has got to be a Steeler.
That's where it seems like it's leaning.
Unless he just is like, I'm going to stay in New York, and I could see him being, well, the Giants want me, so I'm going to go where I'm wanted.
Right.
But I find it hard to believe he's not going to be a Steeler right now. It would be a smart way to end his career. Good organization. They got DK and Pickens.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think Alex just kind of summed it up.
Yeah, I love it. He's a Bear now.
Yeah, he loves it.
We
for
are
sure.
in the Chicagoland area. I am a Bears fan. Eagles fan over here. He's very lucky.
Yeah, it's been a solid couple of years.
Yeah.
And yet the fan base will still find things to complain about. But
it was just a good vet for the Bears defense, too. Well-respected guy around the league. I know he's a little older, but he'll be in a rotation.
Yeah, I think legitimately. And Michael Penix is a guy, by the way, you could find him in Diamonds as a filler hit, Vault of filler hit. He wouldn't be an offseason move, even though it's kind of a surprising offseason move in the draft. But regardless, I think he's the right decision. I think that's good for Atlanta overall, having Michael Penix on the team. I just don't. I'm with you where it's like you've wasted so much money on a unsuccessful season with Kirk Cousins, right? I mean, let's call it what it was.
Yeah.
As successful as Michael Penix looks early, and that's early, a lot can change. it did not vent to any. You didn't get a playoff appearance.
No.
You know, you didn't have a Super Bowl run with Kirk Cousins. Why did you spend so much money on Kirk Cousins?
Because now you look at it too. Look at all the players that the Commanders have been able to get because they have Jaden Daniels on a rookie contract. Look at what the Bears are doing this offseason, getting all these players while Caleb's on a rookie contract. Patriots signed like 7-8 guys yesterday because Drake May's on a rookie contract.
Yeah.
It helps out a lot. Falcons, they can't sign anybody because they're paying Kirk Cousins all this money. Broncos really can't either because they're still got Russell Wilson's old contract on books.
Yeah, and again, I understand the point if you're like, well, we were afraid if we draft Penix, we don't want him to go out there and, you know,
I think
not play with a great team.
They said their thought was, too, with having Kirk Cousins, these next 2 years over the draft, they're not going to be high enough to draft somebody. That was another thought process of theirs.
It's just silly. Oh, there are others. There's others,
Yeah,
Jared. We're
we have a
live 3 times a day, man. 12, 3, and
we'll
6
be
p.m.
4.
Central Time. Yeah, Monday.
Next Monday, and 9 a.m. shows as well.
Yeah, we're literally on all day next Monday, like 9 until 9 plus, over 12 hours a day.
Yeah, I was going to say the night guys, especially Thursday, Fridays, even some Saturdays, they're going until midnight.
Yeah.
6 p.m. to midnight, 1 in the morning. Been bumping.
So Alex and I do the Tuesday shows here 12 and 3, and then there'll be a new team at 6. The other thing that's nice about Ultimate Autographs, too, as you can see on the site, there's a plethora of different series to play. A little bit of something for everybody at different price points. Sick helmets that you can win at different price points. Jerseys, minis. We get other sports, entertainment as well. And when one series closes, generally speaking, another series starts. So, for example, we're 2 to go, or we have 2 boxes left in the slab cards. As soon as we close the slab cards, we can have a brand new series in the room.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, diamonds, like once we close the diamond series, another diamond series follows it, then another diamond series. That way we always have like an authentic flex series. Usually vaults follow vaults and practice squad follows practice squads.
Yeah, we have like our staples, minis, jerseys, diamond vaults, practice squads.
Yeah. So usually there's 5 series that are the same, but then you get different names throughout once we get to the close of the series. And then we usually have 1 or 2 specialty series, which we have right now with the off-season moves and the slab cards. But as soon as those close, there's new ones after that, man. It's a endless process. This is actually our 3rd studio.
Yeah.
We just moved here, I mean, literally less than a month ago. And this is now our building. There's more than just this room. There's offices all over the place. There's a warehouse in the back. Tons.
Yeah,
Tons
we're
of
not
stuff.
just, I know Common always says this, we're not just doing this out of a basement.
Right.
We have a whole warehouse full
It's
of
massive.
helmets. We have a whole shipping department, customer service team, production team.
Yeah.
We got it all.
We should do like on our YouTube or something. Some
It's a tour.
Yeah, like a.
One of the
MTV
guys had
Cribs.
people have mentioned that and like been like, hey, you guys should do that. Post a video of how we got all of our boxes sitting over here and everything.
Yeah. I mean, even if you just go around and be like, yeah, this is where, Luke does his work, and this is where our shipping is. This is where you guys get your whatever. Just like so, because it's literally like it's huge. It's we I think tripled our space in this move than what we had
and
in
we
the
still
last
need
one.
more.
So yeah, right. And we've already like outgrown this place, which is crazy. We thought it was going to be huge and enough, and it's like, wow, we almost could have gotten a bigger one, which is just insane to think about.
Yeah, Nicolette can wheel around and maybe make the video.
Yeah, right. Is Eagles going all defense for the draft since a lot of players are on different teams? That's kind of what it looks like to me. They definitely need some pass rushing. That's going to be big. Definitely going to be big. Next Monday for Colin to try zero sugar cucumber lime Gatorade. That's right. Yeah,
That video is on YouTube, I was told.
Yeah, it is. It is. I haven't seen it yet. Don't tell Nicolette, but I haven't seen it yet. Nicolette's doing a great job though, putting that all together. But yeah, NASCAR Tuesdays with me and Alex, and then
That's right.
Yeah, Gatorade taste test with me and Steven. I'll definitely be spreading the word and getting in more often. Love it, man. I got to get back to work now, unfortunately. No problem. I'm going to leave you with this, Jared, because I know you're new. Make sure you sign up for our Signature Club rewards. I'll drop the link in there, too. It's right here. This is the other thing that's pretty cool that we do here. So if you're not already a member, you can join now, and you do get whatever you've already spent adds into it. But basically, you're getting 25 points for every dollar, every purchase that you make. That's pretty awesome. And they start adding up right away. You get 100 points for following us on all the different socials. But at 7,500 points, you get a $10 gift card, then a $15 gift card. Then you get a free spot in our jersey break, $50 gift card, a $100 gift card. Eventually, you work your way up to like Iconic, where you get a free mini helmet, like literally an autographed mini helmet for free. You get a free replica helmet, which is what you just saw coming out with that Otis Anderson. You would get that for free. And then the biggest level is called our GOAT Collector, where you get a jersey, a mini, a replica, and an authentic helmet, all autographed, 4 pieces of autographed memorabilia, and they were all headliners within the last 30 days. You get it for free. Literally, like if you go to our personals tab, we value that at like $1,800. $1,850, and you get it for free. So, yeah, definitely if you're not in the SIG Club, make sure you get a part of the SIG Club because there is definitely a lot of rewards to be had. I dropped it in there twice for you even. So, there you go. But thanks for playing, man. And yeah, come back. We're live every day, 12, 3, and 6.
That's right.
Another thing that's probably important to note is you do not have to be here to win. Nope. So if you buy into breaks before you go, or you have to step out and the break happens while you're gone, even if you win, we have your address on file, whatever else, we're still going to ship it out to you. So
that's right. And if your breaks don't fill up this show, it just gets carried over to the next. You don't lose your spot, none of that stuff.
Yeah, that's true too.
It's a beautiful thing. Well-oiled machine here at UA.
It really is. All right, guys, it's 1:20. Let's run down this break page one more time real quick, just in case we got some people hopping in that haven't been in yet. There's the link to it. Takes you right here. We got a lot going on. I mean, we are kind of in that position where we need some starters, kind of like as desperately as the Yankees do now without Garrett Cole. Yeah, right? What happened to that? We can bring it back. We can do it, Alex. We have the power. Quad box breaks, the first one we're going to look at here, guys. This is for the off-season moves. This has been pretty much the big one coming here, which is pretty awesome. $560. Quad means 4 boxes. 4 boxes coming out. You have 4 chances to win. Double means 2 boxes, $280, 2 chances to win, $140 for the single. But this is a loaded series. The very first box we did out of it, Tom freaking Brady coming right out. With that being said, plenty of massive names still out there. There's literally only 3 headliners gone. It's easier if I do it that way. And that's crazy to say in itself because we're down to the last 16 boxes and only 3 photoed headliners are gone. Still have 3 speed flexes. Peyton Manning, Jerome Bettis Chrome Flex, and Saquon Barkley on that Rip Speed Flex. Marshall Faulk on the Authentic, the Rob Gronkowski Dripped Authentic, Drew Brees still out there, John Elway, J.J. Watt, Derrick Henry. Massive, massive names still out there in this offseason move. How this one works, guys, is you have the upgrade cards that are going to get you names like Barry Sanders or George Kittle or Michael Irvin. There's still 3 of those left, so you win the replica helmet that's in the box, and you get the upgrade to get one of those 3 names, so you win both of those helmets. And there's probably still a couple that have gift cards in there where you win $100 and the helmet on top of that. So when it comes to like winning in this series, it's very easy to do, and it can add up really, really fast. Whether you're winning one of these names or you're winning some of the filler hits, it can go very, very fast. YouTube is great for catching up and watching missed breaks. Caught a few W's that I had missed due to life just happening. Appreciate that, Ryan Andreessen. That's a great point. It is a great point. We have all of our shows on YouTube. They're in a whole catalog. We label them by day and show, so all you have to do is click on it, see if it happened. You can also come in at any point and just ask us, hey, guys, like I bought in. Here's my order number. That always helps if you can provide the order number.
Help.
Yeah, and we can look it up and figure it out right away if that break has happened, if it hasn't happened, one way or another. But do appreciate that information, Mr. Andreessen. Charles, congratulations on the package coming. Definitely all sorts of cool stuff coming there. Shipping is getting caught up, which is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the offseason moves, guys. Let's talk about the diamonds for a minute. Same deal. Quad, double, and single. These are all authentics and speed flexes. And we are still chasing massive names. I think we've done 1 diamond. We're down to 21 boxes. And we still have 8 headliners out there, including a speed flex of Peyton Manning, which is incredible. One of the best quarterbacks of all time. Where does he rank on your all-time quarterback?
So I'm going to include Mahomes already in mine.
Okay.
Brady 1, Mahomes 2.
Wow.
Manning 3, Montana 4, Rodgers, Brees tied for 5th.
Okay. All right. Ours are different, but kind of similar in a way. I mean, as you know, I'm a big Drew Brees guy, but Peyton Manning, I think, is in everybody's top 5.
Yeah.
Is definitely, if you're talking to somebody and they don't have Peyton Manning in their top 5 quarterbacks, that's usually a sign of like, well, this guy doesn't really know ball.
Sometimes I really want to put Rodgers 3.
He was so good.
It's hard not to put Montana above him because of the whole Super Bowls, but I'm just watching a pure thrower of the football.
Yeah.
Smart decision making. Rodgers has everything but the rings.
I don't know if you've watched. I feel bad that we're talking about Rodgers so much and he's not in the series currently, but if you haven't watched the Netflix documentary about Rodgers,
I need to watch it.
Super, super entertaining stuff, first and foremost. Very entertaining. But number 2, in the first episode, really, he breaks down how he sees the field super well.
Like probabilities and stuff.
Yeah, he literally looks at probabilities. It's insane. Where he's like, I've got Devontae Adams running a post route, and he's going against this defender who's usually got a 60% lockdown rate, and on that route, what's his face? Adams has like a 30% rate. So if I throw that pass and I get this blocking, it's about a 20% chance that I can make that.
I wonder if he really is doing that.
I don't know. He might just be saying it, but he broke it down where it's like, dang, if he's thinking about that, that's crazy. And I don't know. He's successful. I have no reason to believe he doesn't think that way.
I don't know if he's definitely doing that pre-snap. I don't know if he's now like literally while the play is going on, he's like, all right, I see Devontae here going.
And I think that's what it is. I mean, he has the play and he'll
100%.
take a minute to look and say, okay, Alex is lined up against whoever.
Yeah.
He's running a slant. Okay, first read's going to be there. Like, I don't know. Dude's impressive. Probably my top 5, I think.
But yeah, Manning, most MVPs for a reason, right?
Yeah. Manning, the only reason I don't have him second is just because he's thrown to Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison. Now, that's not exactly fair because
all
we
the great
didn't see
quarterbacks
Reggie.
got to throw to somebody.
And
you can't throw to nobody.
We didn't see an extended time period where Reggie and Marvin were playing with different quarterbacks. You know what I mean? So it's like, how much was he making them and how much were they making him?
You can look at it as soon as he left those guys, he actually had his best season ever.
Right. Yeah. Peyton Manning's a certified superstar. I mean, undoubtedly, he's a certified superstar. And all due respect to Demaryius Thomas, RIP to a great receiver, he's not as good as Marvin Harrison or Reggie Wayne, right? And he's still, Manning managed to have one of his best seasons.
It was an old Wes Welker. It was a newcomer, Julius Thomas, who only had success for like a year or two.
Yeah, that was definitely a situation where Julius Thomas we thought was like a top tight end in the league.
A little bit.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Emmanuel Sanders, I think, was on that team too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Manning's a stud, bro. I mean, you're not going to go wrong with Peyton Manning. I said this the other day, which is hilarious. Randomly, after the show or whatever, I knew we had Manning in the room. But I'm watching Modern Family, and he pops up in a random episode of Modern Family.
I've been watching Modern Family
Dude,
lately.
it's so
I used to
funny.
love Modern Family. I used to watch it with my dad all the time.
It's one of the most like clever shows I've ever watched. It's so clever. But
they keep all the storylines with like 4 different families.
Yeah, you got all these different
great
things happening, and then like they're combined too, though, because obviously they're a family, and I don't know. It's very cleverly written. If you haven't watched Modern Family, highly recommend it. But he popped up as he didn't even play himself.
Yeah,
he was in one episode, and he played like Jay's son's Little League coach or something. And I was like, what the heck? Peyton Manning's just here?
He's maybe had the most success post-career out of all these great quarterbacks we're talking about. I know Brady's in the booth. A lot of people kind of hate on Brady in the booth. But, I mean, we're talking about all these guys post-career. Peyton Manning's killing it.
Nothing will ever be funnier, though, than winning his last Super Bowl. And, you're kind of expecting this whole emotional speech about his career and everything he accomplished. And all he did was just plug Budweiser the whole time. And I'm like, clearly this was a sponsorship. Budweiser was probably so happy. He's just like, yep, gonna go back home and celebrate with just a whole bunch of Budweiser. Yeah, Peyton Manning's a legend. Anyway, we talked enough about him. Barry Sanders, Rave Authentic. Again, these Rave helmets are out and about, guys. Brand new. Seriously, I mean, there's not a lot of people that have these helmets yet, especially signed by Barry freaking Sanders. So
that's the thing. If you're going to win one of these, you sell it now while the price is, as high as can be.
Definitely. I love that lid. Bredis, Terry McLaurin, and that Travis Kelce still out there, too. Didn't even mention this two-tone Chrome Flex Adrian Peterson with that purple visor. Telling you guys, diamonds are loaded up. Appreciate the shipping department working with me on waiting to send my stuff to me because I was out of town last Thursday. Yeah, man, they're usually pretty flexible. They do a great job back there. I mean, they have to go through a lot of headaches sometimes. And we're trying to reduce the headaches. That's obviously why we kind of changed the trade rules and gift rules and why we're writing on boxes now.
Yep.
So anything to make their lives easier because they have, I mean, you guys have to understand, we're doing literally, hundreds of boxes a day. That was the pace we were on, So they're flooded. It's 2 guys. So
and us doing all of that helps you guys get your items faster. That's the whole point of it all. It makes their life easier, which gets you guys your items faster.
It was 2 guys in the middle of a move too.
Yeah,
it was tough. It was tough, but yeah, they do a great job, man. Shout out to them for sure. Charles, I got the moon and line it ready to go for you. There you go. Grim and Charles working out a deal, so that's great. Ooh. So that's the diamonds, guys. Anyway, all authentics, all flexes still available. These are not all authentics or all flexes, but let me tell you, we're talking about our top 5 quarterbacks of all time. We have, in my opinion, 2 pretty much unanimous top 5 quarterbacks in the game today in this vault series. Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. And honestly, for me, they're kind of both top 5 for different reasons. Joe Burrow does have the luxury of having 2 of the best wide receivers in the NFL, right? I think Jamar Chase, undoubtedly, and T. Higgins is incredible too. However, he's got a less than stellar offensive line. But more importantly, even despite not having a great defense, great offensive line, Joe Burrow puts his team in a position to win just about every single week, consistently at the top when it comes to yards and touchdowns. And we were talking about it all last year. If the Bengals were better, Joe Burrow's a guy you're talking about maybe he's an MVP this year. I mean, that's how good he was playing. I think undoubtedly Joe Burrow is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. I think the one maybe people might not say is Justin Herbert is a top 5 quarterback. And it's funny because the one you might replace him with is Jalen Hurts. And in my opinion, I lean Justin Herbert simply because this dude is not working with the greatest supporting cast. I know this year Ladd McConkey really came onto the scene, but you're talking about what? Quentin Johnston.
Bring back Keenan Allen.
Yeah, they lost Keenan Allen. Maybe he comes back. Lost Mike Williams. You know, even the run game, you got Dobbins, but he's so injury prone, and they didn't really have a run game for a while. And yet,
Najee Harris now.
Do they have Najee Harris? I didn't realize that.
It's a 1-year deal. I think it was like 9 or 10 mil.
See, I missed that. There's so much going on in the offseason.
Exactly.
I like that move, though. I actually hate that as a J.K. Dobbins fantasy owner, but yeah, I like that move. Justin Herbert is just, he's always good. You know, he's always on. He's making great reads. He's got a big arm. I think when this guy starts getting that supporting cast, and obviously with Jim Harbaugh as the coach, I think they're trending the right way.
Yeah, it's just been the playoff reasonings why people, and then as soon as someone has a bad playoff performance, they just knock them all the way to the ground. You know, Joe Burrow, when he went to the Super Bowl, look at his numbers. He wasn't going off in the playoffs.
No.
Jalen Hurts this year played great. It's not like he was throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Right,
You got to do what the team needs to win.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert, like he said, I mean, the Jags game, he played great in the first half. It's a mixture of more the team kind of let that comeback happen, and then played a tough Texans defense.
Yeah, he did not play. He did not play very well.
He didn't play
against
good in that
Houston.
Texans game, but it happens.
It does happen. Well, that was the big knock on Lamar Jackson for so long.
Yeah.
And, you know, it took Lamar a while to get his flowers, I think. And I think now everybody's kind of come around to the idea that okay, Lamar is not just a
even
runner.
Still gets his knocks.
Yeah, which is crazy in my opinion. It's been crazy, but it's crazy to even think that. But anyway, those two guys are out there, two of the best quarterbacks, very expensive autographs. What's crazy is we still have all the speed flexes pretty much too around that. The only speed flex gone right now is Eric Dickerson. So Barry Sanders, Saquon Barkley, Myles Garrett, the Bo Nix is gone too. But Sanders, Barkley, and Garrett all still out there and available in this series. And obviously, when you're looking at this is a centerpiece item.
Yep.
You know, I know a lot of people out there trying to collect all 32 teams, whatever, might find the Browns a little bit difficult. Let's make this extremely easy for you. Not only will this be the coolest Browns helmet you have, this might be one of the coolest helmets you have, period.
Yeah.
And obviously, when you're talking about the vault, get it for under $100, which is crazy. Saquon Barkley, obviously sick. Talking about kind of old and new best running backs in the game with Barry and Saquon. CeeDee Lamb, one of the best receivers in the game. He's still out there. Hines Ward as well. 3 Vault Keys still alive. Howie Long still out there. I mean, the odds for Vault Keys and headliners is literally 75% in this series.
That's ridiculous.
It is absolutely ridiculous. We'll show off some of these. I mean, look at this. Dog Pound. Got 2 silhouettes on here.
I mean, the highest paid non-QB in Myles Garrett now. Then you get the highest paid running back in NFL history in Saquon Barkley. Rightfully so for both guys.
I would say so, right? They're both deals that you're not like, that's egregious. It's
Who
they probably
knows
earned that.
what Saquon's going to do this year? Maybe he does break the record. Maybe he becomes the first running back to run for 2K yards. It's only his 2nd year in this system.
I think, yeah, right? That's what's scary.
Yeah.
I think you said it last week, I want to say, where you were like, I think if he gets in that situation again, they'll probably let him.
Yeah, let him run it this time.
Probably will let him run it this time. I think that's probably fair.
But I mean, even if he just gets 2K yards, that's more impressive than getting the record, I think. Having 2 seasons of 2K yards.
I think that's going to happen. Whether it's Derrick Henry, who, by the way, is in those offseason moves with Saquon Barkley, both. I think one of those 2 guys is going to get 2,000 yards again.
I mean, the Eagles are bringing back everybody in the offensive line besides Mekhi Becton, who was honestly a filler for them last season.
Yeah,
they just plugged him in,
and they've replaced him too already with the trade with CJ Garner-Johnson today. So
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. Slab cards are now up as a single, guys. $39. Autograph slab cards. There's only 2 boxes left. They're both filler hits. But again, we had a rookie patch auto numbered to 25 of Garrett Wilson on the filler hit section. So there's still plenty to do there. Practice squad is getting interesting. We did just find that Walter Payton slab card, but we're down to 14 boxes, and a Julian Edelman speed flex is still out there. He had probably...
I said the other week, top 3 catch of all time in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's literally what I was about to say, and then I had to pause because I'm like, hold on, I don't want to say this too early, but
I said maybe the best, but definitely top 3.
Yeah, I think just the stipulation of the helmet catch is probably number 1.
For me, it's Santonio Holmes.
Santonio Holmes' catch was incredible.
I know it wasn't any one-handed or any, but to be in the corner of the end zone,
right,
not
where
only
you
was
had
it
to
a perfect pass, but you had to catch it 2 feet down.
Yeah, literally as far back in the corner as you can be.
Getting the feet down there is almost more impressive than actually catching the ball.
Yeah, that was a great throw by Roethlisberger too.
It's underrated kind of part of it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Those are the 3 though I think of.
Yeah, but obviously we're talking about Julian Edelman with that catch against Atlanta where I mean, he literally kind of tipped the ball, and as he's falling, somehow just puts his hands underneath it.
Yeah.
I love to. I'm sure you've heard the audio afterwards where I think
I
it's
caught it.
Yeah, Trufant or whoever's talking to him. He's like, "Oh, no way!" And he's just like, "I'm telling you, man. Like,
caught it."
Not even. Yeah, he's like, you can tell he's trying to be just genuine. Like, dude, I'm serious. I actually think I caught that. I'm not even trying to front. Like, I think I caught that.
An underrated one that doesn't get talked about because they threw the pick at the goal line for Seattle. It's like Jermaine Kearse.
Oh
had
yeah,
one like on the sideline.
So good. So good. Oh god,
A lot of good ones.
Super Bowl is.
That Super Bowl was a tough one.
I'm not even a Seahawk fan, and even just bringing it up makes me sick.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being a Seahawks fan with that one. I know you still have one at least, so it's not like that was like you missed out completely.
Yeah, but to lose it that way.
to lose it that way.
Ugh. Anyway, all that to say, Jules is still out there. You can get him for $50. Kyler Murray for $50 too.
Love
If you're,
Kyler.
especially Oklahoma. I mean, he got a Heisman. Dude's a solid quarterback. I think he's one of those guys that's definitely going to come around, man. I mean, he's only getting better. The team's only getting better. I think he's next. I think he's got next to where it's like he might start opening some eyes here in the next couple of
Only
years.
athlete to be drafted in the first round in 2 sports.
That's impressive.
How about that?
That's extremely
Maybe
impressive.
even top 10. I don't know if he was drafted top 10 in baseball, but definitely I want to say it's first round.
I think it was first round. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I think you're right. Extremely impressive athlete and impressive on the sticks from what I hear for Call of Duty or whatever else.
I think the Call of Duty thing might have been a Cliff Kingsbury thing because without Cliff, he was fine during Call of Duty this year.
Yeah, it's bogus, I think, entirely. Ray Lewis mini helmet there too, so still got some headliners there in the practice squad. Moving on down, quickly run through our last 2 series. We are 4 to go in the jerseys though, guys. So if you guys want to keep that going, you see Charles put it in there, said I'd hop into the jerseys if anybody else wants to play, and look at that, the jerseys are
We had
moving.
2 people hop in.
So there you go. I mean, that's literally all you guys have to do. Put it in the chat. Say, hey, I want to go after this. Hey, I want to do that. Generally speaking, other people are like, okay, cool. We got something moving, and it gets going. A lot of headliners in the jerseys, too, by the way. Ray Lewis, Ty Law, Wes Welker, Jason Taylor, Josh Jacobs, George Kittle, Brian Dawkins, Warren Sapp. Got all the listed guys, too. The first player to ever go 1,000 in NFL history, Roger Craig. That's 1,000 receiving and 1,000 rushing yards in the same year. We got Montez Sweat, the only player to lead 2 teams in sacks in the same season. And Drew Bledsoe, the only man that was supposed to be the star of the Patriots, and then Tom Brady took over and ended up being the star of the Patriots. I just feel like I needed something for him, and I couldn't think of it.
It works. He had a great roast of Tom Brady.
I didn't see it, but I heard it was good. There you go, clapping cheeks. Practice squad single. Let's fill it. 7 to go. Let's get in there, baby. Let's go. Last one is the mini helmets, guys. $50, double box break here every time in the mini helmets. We are still looking for 4 headliners, including Andre Johnson, definitely an underrated wide receiver.
Yeah.
We got Roger Staubach on that Centennial look here, red, white, and blue across the top for Roger the Dodger. Josh Jacobs still out there too. Great piece, great signing for the Green Bay Packers. I think he's going to be in for a big year as well. And Warren Sapp on that Lunar mini helmet. So it is 137, guys. We'll probably look at about 145 to do the jersey and off-season chase wheel spin. So that's about 8 minutes to get that jersey full. It's 4 spots to go. Make sure you get yourself into the chase wheel spin. And then obviously if you guys want to run back in off-season, we can definitely do that. Make sure you get to the chase wheel spin as well. But there's the link to the jersey. I'll also throw in the link since my guy Cheeks brought it up. I'll throw in the link for the practice squad singles. 7 spots to go there. Looking for that Julian Edelman Speed Flex. Great beard, too, for Julian Edelman back in the day,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
He was a great player. Great player. Scrappy.
Really came around in the playoffs, too. He might not have all the regular season stats, but once the playoffs came, he was getting, 9, 10 catches, 80 to 100 yards. Always
Yeah.
there for Brady is that, security blanket.
Definitely. And it's got to feel good when you're a quarterback and you have that guy, right? Where
Yeah.
you're like, I trust him. We're on the same page a lot. I can just throw it his direction. He's going to find a way to come up with some big plays.
Big time.
It's good to have that trust. Not everybody has it. It's a hard thing to get.
All
I
right.
think, we get the jersey.
Yeah, we did get the jersey.
I'm just thinking my team specifically. Like, I think Devontae Smith is that guy. And actually, last season it was Dallas Goedert, which is a little scary that he might be on the move. I think that was
Yeah.
the guy for Jalen Hurts.
He hasn't even been the healthiest lately, too, Goddard.
No, he hasn't. And
So that's
the
what's
thing
also
is,
tough about it.
I think he's considered one of the top tight ends in the game when you're talking about receiving
Top
tight
10.
ends.
Top 10, 100%.
Yeah, top 10.
Great
And,
blocking tight
you
end,
could
too.
argue pushing top 5, and that's why he wants top tight end money, right? I mean, deservedly so. The Eagles just can't afford to give out
And
top 10.
I think they already did pay him.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wants an extension on top of that now.
I think his contract's up at the end of next year. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's the situation. And that's why they're, looking to move him now. They're probably going to have to take on some of his contract anyway that's left because it's like I think they can free up like $18.5 million in cap or something. Here we go. You see what happens. Jerseys move. Brian Stewart, Gary Marvin, Charles Nelson, and James Hamlin.
I wouldn't be surprised if Howie, cuts him and then signs Cooper Kupp on the cheap.
That'd be interesting.
And that's your third wide receiver, and that's your new security blanket, your little slot wide receiver right there.
I don't know what the deal's with Jahad Dotson, but I wouldn't mind bringing him back. I mean, he
slowly got better.
He was literally irrelevant in the regular season.
Yeah.
Literally irrelevant.
And then he had that great play right away.
He popped in the postseason. Yeah. And it's funny because he caught the first touchdown and then obviously got brought back. But people were like, can you imagine betting Jahad Dotson first touchdown?
I feel like people don't realize, baseball's probably the easiest transition to go from a team in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Then basketball, and then football, I would say, is the hardest out of the
Very
three.
hard. Very hard.
The timing of you and your quarterback syncing up is not easy.
No.
People, I feel like, just expect you to have it click right away, and it's just not the case.
No, it can't. And that's why, I think a lot of people look at Amari Cooper and they're like, what the heck? Amari Cooper, what happened? And it's like, well, it's a completely different system. It's a new quarterback. Yeah, it's Josh Allen, but it's not always easy.
It would be weird if they just didn't bring him back after trading for him.
Yeah, I would think
find
he
that
comes
weird,
back.
but he's another guy, free agent, underrated. What if he goes back to Dallas?
I don't know.
Why not?
Why not? I mean, because I don't want him to, but that's
You
not
don't
a
have
good
to
enough
worry
reason.
about Dallas. Washington's the only team to worry about.
Washington is good. If anybody wants a jersey number, let's go ahead and call it.
I saw a lot of Texans players upset that they even traded Tunsil.
That's not good. Not good for the
No.
culture.
Well, I mean,
their offensive line was already kind of struggling.
It was already bad, yeah.
Yeah.
He was the only staple there. I think C.J. Stroud was sacked second or third most last year.
CJ Stroud might die.
He might
actually
now,
die. Yeah. I hope not, because I like CJ Stroud. He's my dynasty quarterback. I'm scared for him.
Yeah, I drafted him way too high in one league last year.
I kept him, and I was like,
One of my worst picks.
going to the wheel. This is entirely off topic, but I'm also no longer a fan of Karl Anthony Towns.
Is it just because of the way he yells at refs?
Well, I had his under on 3-pointers at 2.5, and he had 2 threes. They were winning by 30 points last night. And with 2 seconds left in the third quarter, I knew he wasn't going to play in the fourth. He just heaved up a 3 and made it and didn't play the entire fourth quarter. And I was just like, you have actually got to be kidding me.
I see a lot of TikToks of people making fun of him with the refs.
No longer a fan. The whole night. He ruined my entire night. Because I was already heck yeah, this is going to work out. Box 8. And then he just heaved one up. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
He's a pretty good shooter.
I know. He's a great player. But I hate him now. I don't want to hate Karl Anthony Towns.
Why can't you unders?
It was so perfect.
Even though I probably would make so much more money if I actually did just the opposite and did unders.
I don't know.
I don't feel good about it.
I don't know why. Unders are always where my head goes.
I feel like it's so much more stressful to sit there and hoping for misses than it is for makes.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't know. It worked great, and then it didn't. It worked great until it didn't. So we got 8 from the wheel. And after 8 clicks, we got Gary Marvin in the NFC North, Brian Stewart, NFC South, James Hamlin, NFC East. We got Gary Marvin, AFC North, Charles Nelson, AFC South, and James Hamlin, AFC East, AFC West. So these guys secured their spot to get into this Chase wheel spin. What else do we have? This is kind of funny. Because the next time we're going to see this dude, I actually haven't seen him in a while, but the next time we start seeing this guy on the fresh batch of stuff, it'll be on a different team. Because he's on a brand new team. Talking about Javonte Williams here.
He's a Cowboy.
Denver Bronco hit for now because he is a Dallas Cowboy. But obviously this is a Bronco jersey. It is going to go to the Denver Broncos here on Javonte Williams. James Hamlin, AFC West. He is one of those guys now. I mean, it's easy for me to backtrack on this since he's a Cowboy. But I always would root for Javonte Williams. I just felt like he had the it factor.
And then he got hurt.
And then he kept getting hurt. And even with a healthy season mostly last year, he still didn't really get the pop that I think he could get. Maybe he just needs to change
his
the
rookie
scenery.
year for sure.
I know. It really felt like Javonte Williams is going to be one of those guys that's like, yep, I think we have something here with Javonte, but injuries getting in the way. I mean, not really playing with a great team up until last year, and even then, he wasn't really a huge part of the success. But maybe it's just a change of scenery. I mean, Dallas, generally speaking, knows how to utilize running backs. Look at Zeke, obviously, Rico Dowdle this year. Maybe Javonte Williams gets the spark he needs in Dallas. But, James, you're taking that one home one way or another here on the former team for Javonte Williams, the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, Rico Dowdle ended the year really strong. Devontae Williams, I want to say, still had pretty close to double-digit touchdowns this last year. It's not like
he did.
He's a nothing.
That might be like his kind of future is just being more of a
goal line.
bruiser. And who knows?
Sometimes you got to take on that role. I mean, LeGarrette Blount, like we said earlier in his career, is a little more elusive, and then at the end really just took on the bruiser role.
Yeah, it worked out.
So first day writing on the box, how do you feel?
It's not bad.
Not bad.
Different. I think it takes a little bit longer, but not that much longer. How do you feel?
I feel great.
All right, guys. So we're probably going to do that Chase wheel spin here in a little bit of time. Probably looking at about 2 o'clock if we're going to keep things going. Obviously, Mr. Cheeks would like to get the practice squad full. We did get a couple spots knocked off as well in the off-season moves. We're 6 to go in the double box break there. I'll extend this to I'll go 150. I'll give you guys a little bit more time if you guys want to get in. Obviously the jerseys could be a quick fill. We're at $28 a spot. It is 8 spots to go, but we are 6 to go here on the off-season move double, which obviously you get your name in ×2 to that Chase wheel spin. If you want to hop in, get in now would be a good time, obviously. We are still looking for a lot of players. Once again, literally, there's only 3 headliners gone. The first 3 names on that top row, Brady, Hill, and Sanders. Manning, Bettis, Falk, Gronkowski, Breeze, Barkley, Elway, Watt, Henry, all those guys are still out there and available in this series. We still have some of the hidden headliners out there, probably some gift cards as well. I mean, there's a lot happening in this offseason moves break. And it's kind of interesting that it is all guys on their team after the offseason. I was enlightened by that by Mr. Tellez. Yeah, the John Elway thing was interesting. I guess technically, right? Technically, it was in the offseason. He was, a Giant for like half a second? Colt. Thank you. I was thinking of Eli because it happened with him. But yes, it was a Colt.
The Baltimore Colts, too, I think.
A Colt for half a second. So he qualifies, guys. He qualifies. And yeah, again, looking at the double on this, I mean, speaking of John Elway, I mean, if you're a Bronco fan, this is an easy play, right? Peyton Manning, John Elway, win both of those in the same go. Take that all day long. Other than that, Marshall Falk and J.J. Watt, potentially. NFC West double up. Still on the line. Drew Brees. Rob Gronkowski, Drew Brees. Got that NFC South double up. You got the Jerome Bettis and Derrick Henry as a double up, potentially. So there are ways. So Eric Dickerson then will be on a Colt, right?
Should be.
So you got that AFC South too, then some representation. So I would say, 146? Let's try to get this close, guys, in the next 4 minutes. 6 to go. Otherwise, we are going to take it to a Chase wheel spin with the Jersey people and the offseason moves. We were obviously mentioned this earlier, but once 2 o'clock rolls around, and if we're not, rolling on the brakes, no big deal. Alex and I will take a break and then come right back right at about 3 o'clock to roll through and go as late as you guys want to go. So 12, 3, and 6 p.m. Central Time every single day here at Ultimate Autographs. Always rolling with a bunch of great series, a lot of great hits, always to be had. Just fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Cheeks is pushing for the practice squad single.
It's looking like maybe the offseason moves double, 4 to go.
4 to go.
That's the one to get done as of right now.
Yeah, I would say if we can get it to 2 to go before 150, we'll try to throw those guys into the Chase wheel spin. So let's get a couple more spots knocked off. If it stays at 4 to go, we'll probably do the Chase without those people. So if you're in there, I would definitely recommend trying to recruit, telling some people, hey, hop in, let's get this one done. Double ups, like I said, I just mentioned all the double ups that are in there. Manning and Elway. If you're a Bronco fan, get both of those. The J.J. Watt and the Marshall Falk, the Drew Brees and the Rob Gronkowski. So there's a lot of double up opportunities, guys. Not to mention, you get your name in ×2 into the Chase wheel spin. So can get that done. But 2-minute warning, knock off 2 more spots. We'll include you guys. Otherwise, we can still do the break, obviously, before we hop off the air, but you just won't be a part of the Chase wheel spin.
Yeah, we're still pretty loaded. I'm surprised we haven't touched that vault.
I know.
That was going to be a hot break. Diamonds still looking great with the Manning and the AP, plus the Kelsey flex. So, that's loaded.
Yeah, I think the coolest helmet in the room, it's good for all different reasons. Start with the diamonds, because I think the coolest helmet in the room is the Adrian Peterson two-tone chrome flex, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's public enemy number 1. The offseason moves is great because you got big names. You've got all these hidden headlines. There's a lot going on for a lot of different ways to win. and you still have 3 speed flexes alive. And then the vault's just your best odds for headliners or vault keys because it's a 75% chance. So literally there's 3 different breaks you can play in that are definitely worth the price of admission. And then you got that Julian Edelman speed flex still hanging out in the practice squad, and we're getting near, we're over halfway to go on that one.
I know we're 3 to go in that double.
Okay.
So I think we can definitely get that done.
All right. Alex is saying we can definitely get it done. So we're going to go 155.
55.
155.
Sometimes
3 to go.
Sometimes you got to hear that. They're like, oh, man, if I don't get it now, then I'm going to have to wait until 3.
Yep. That's where we're at. That is where we're at. 155. If we're still 3 to go, we're doing it no matter what. 2 o'clock, hard deadline. That's like we're doing the chase wheel spin. Yep. We're hopping off the air.
Makes sense.
So let's get it. 3 to go. So we need 1 more knocked off by 155. The break closed by 2. That's the deal.
Worst case, it's just a great pre-fill.
Right.
That's what we say.
Right. And again, we can still do it after 2. You're just not going to be included in the chase wheel spin. Mm-hmm. We're doing the chase wheel spin at 2 o'clock with or without the people in this double. But it's 3 spots to go, so it feels like we can get it done. Let's get some stuff playing in the background while we're waiting.
Yeah, I mean,
we got the TVs, right?
Sick.
Look at that bad boy.
People do forget he did start out on the Rams.
Right? Yeah, there are probably some people out there that are like, what? Why is he included in this? But yeah, he did. He was a Ram. And we have got him on Rams before, believe it or not.
We actually have had some cool triple or even quad signs of like all the great Rams running backs, like Falk, Dickerson, and
Bettis
and Jackson.
Yeah.
Don't forget Steven Jackson.
Steven Jackson. They've had a lot of great running backs. Yeah. I mean, even recently, Todd Gurley, Kyron Williams, like those dudes are studs. Hard pressed to find the last time. Cam Akers was okay. He wasn't near the level of some of these other guys, but that's probably the last time they've had like a Met running back.
Yeah.
This isn't even a flex, but it's a pretty sweet helmet. The best tight end of all time, in my opinion.
Yep. I mean, was a lineman out there blocking and then was catching and running like a dominant tight end.
He's one of those guys, we were talking about it yesterday. I don't even remember what it was about, but you look at like Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps was like, he looks like what a swimmer should look like. You know what I mean? Like massive shoulders, big like frame, small waist. Aaron Judge is a guy I always talk about in baseball. That guy is like made to hit home runs. He's massive. Yeah. You know what I mean? Rob Gronkowski is a massive body, but he's fast too. Like he's literally like you couldn't build a better tight end.
With great hands.
With great hands. It's everything you could want. Great blocker.
Yeah, you did everything you wanted as a tight end in his prime.
For sure. Kind of like Calvin Johnson. He's probably like, I think I say that all the time too. If I could build a perfect wide receiver, he'd probably look like Calvin Johnson. Yeah.
So I think one of the years he got hurt bad too. It was on like a field goal.
Yeah.
So that's like tough. It's like, oh man,
that's the worst. Yeah, it's exactly like you gotta be kidding me.
On a field goal, it's like,
you gotta be kidding me. And of course Saquon.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's got the exact. He kind of does have the exact build you want as a running back too. I know I keep using this analogy now, but
2 to go now, guys.
All right, that's it. So we're not doing the wheel spin at 155. It's going to be 2 o'clock at the latest. And all these helmets we're showing off on the TV are the ones that are still in play, plus many more. Peyton Manning flex, we don't even have a video of. That's still out there. Drew Brees, John Elway, J.J. Watt, Derrick Henry. Massive names. Would love to get one more done. That would put us down to the last. Where's that at? Oh,
I think we'd be down to 14.
14. So there you go. Yeah, I'm super amped for 3 more years of Saquon Barkley, if not more. Hopefully,
I think it's even more because they extended him.
Yeah,
they signed him to a 3-year contract last year, which is funny because the Giants just signed Darius Slayton to basically the same exact contract. So you look back on it now, you're like, well, why didn't you sign Saquon then? But you could sign Darius Slayton this year.
Did you see? I don't know if it's facts or like rumors or whatever, but I just saw this online and I thought it was really funny that they're gonna do Hard Knocks off season again, but they're not doing it with an NFL team because nobody wanted to do it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to do it now after that Giants one because they look so bad.
Yeah, like literally nobody wants to do it. I heard it's with Belichick and the
it's gonna
Tar Heels.
Yeah,
but I didn't know if that was real or not.
We'll see.
Yeah.
1 to go now, guys.
He doesn't seem like a guy that would want that necessarily.
He's been great on TV.
That's true. I guess you got a point. But now he's back in business, though.
Yeah, but I think it's different being college and pros. I mean, I'm sure he's gonna like take it all serious and look all serious and all that, but it's still different.
I kind of feel like he's probably also gonna be like a one-hit wonder.
Yeah,
Like,
we'll
I wouldn't
see.
be surprised if he's back.
One personality that annoys me is Mike Lombardi, and that's who he's like running the team with, and he's like, we're calling ourselves the 33rd NFL team. It's like, okay.
All right. Got to see that to believe it. But
All right, I think Chris Ripka just closed it up for us.
sweet. We even did it by 155. So
Boom,
perfect. Awesome. So at least one more break coming up here, guys. Again, if you want to hop into any of the jerseys or any of the other off-season stuff, definitely recommend doing that now because we will probably do the Chase wheel spin right after this. But here we go. Got the double coming up. Drop me 2 numbers for off-season double number 2. We got Heath Hobler. We got Derek Baker first time in. What's up, Derek? James Hamlin, Sean Cummings, Jeff August, Sean Schumann, and Chris Ripka with the close. So everybody in here, for every spot you have, you're getting ×2 into the Chase wheel spin as well. I need 2 numbers here, guys. Going to put us down to the last 14 in the series. Big hitter still out there.
Oh, yeah.
Potential last break of the show, guys. Sean wants 11. David says Latino Heat.
Hi, David.
And Colin. Hello.
10 and 11.
10 and 11. No, I didn't take it off the ticker if we don't. No 11.
I'll double check unless someone just like stacked it out of the right order over here.
So, Sean, we may need another number.
No 11.
No 11. He wants 4. Perfect. So Sean does get first dibs since it was our fault we didn't have 11. So we're going to do 10 and or 11 and 4, excuse me, or 10 and 4. 10-4, good buddy. I think I have multiple jobs, sir. But that is one of the jobs, I'll give you that. Here we go. Not much, my guy. Just out here ripping boxes. Hopefully seeing some heat here soon. Give Latino Heat a run for his money. What the heatiest thing in the break room is. All right. After 8 clicks, guys, this is where we ended up. We got Sean Schumann up in the NFC North. James Hamlin, NFC South. Obviously a double-up opportunity there. Drew Brees and Rob Gronkowski. We got Jeff August in the NFC East. Saquon Barkley, Speedflex, still alive. We got Chris Ripka in the NFC West. Derek Baker in the AFC North. Looking for that Jerome Bettis flex. Or Derrick Henry, first time in. Good luck. Sean Cummings in the AFC South. Heath Hobler in the AFC East. And James Hamlin in the AFC West, which could be the Bronco double-up of John Elway and the other guy, Peyton Manning. Chris Ripka's in the NFC West, by the way, looking for some closer magic. Could get Marshall Falk and J.J. Watt. Eagles, says Jay August, looking for it. Are we going to get it? Starting with box 4. Kevin Harvick box.
I think they'll be fine without Darius Slay. No offense to Darius Slay. He's good, but I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think they're fine, too.
Because you got Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper.
I think we have, yep, we've got an upgrade, guys.
Ooh.
We've got an upgrade, so somebody's going to be walking away with whatever this helmet is, plus either George Kittle, Barry Sanders, or the other one.
Michael Irvin. I think.
Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
Of course, I forgot the Cowboy.
Yeah, it makes sense. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I? We've got a rep. We have here something that's JSA certified. We have at one point, arguably, the best wide receiver to ever play the game. One of the better slate helmets of the bunch, in my opinion, too. Talking about the Seattle Seahawks, I'm talking about Steve Largent. Look at that, like electric green ink on this bad boy. Hall of Fame inscription. How about Chris Ripka getting some closer magic? Winning in the NFC West. Could still double up, too, by the way, with either Marshall Falk or J.J. Watt. And he's going to get one of these other helmets for free. So let us know on a letter. I believe it is B through D now.
Yes.
And he wants C for Chris. Or
That
for
makes
Colin.
sense.
But probably for Chris.
It's funny because like, which one would you guys want? Like, who are you looking to get?
Darius Slay is better than Eli Apple, sir.
It's not like when we do the vaults and it's like, well, obviously I want the $300 gift card.
Right.
It's like, which helmet do you guys want?
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to just take a guess that Chris is going for Michael Irvin, but maybe he'll take Barry Sanders. I have no idea. Or for Crap Host. Thank you. What a guy. All right. Going for C. Who do we think it is? Place your bets on who we think is in number C. You heard me correctly, number C. Gonna have 2 left after this. It's either Barry, Irvin, or Kittle. A tight end, a receiver, or a running back. Full size, authentic. We have arguably one of the best tight ends in the game. How about George Kittle?
I like that.
I wouldn't even say arguably. That's kind of undisputedly. And it's funny because it is an NFC West hit.
Oh, yeah. How about that?
That just happened to work out that way.
That's the one you wanted.
That's the one I wanted. Bang.
So that means Barry and Michael Irvin are still out there.
Barry and Michael Irvin, the last 2. So I do have to write up Chris Ripka twice real quick, and then we'll do this last one. But very nice, dude. Hey, that was worth the close right there, right?
Question: do you guys like that the upgrade boxes, you knew which 5 they were, or would it be cooler if you just had no idea and it was like, oh wow, like it was a George Kittle, or
Right,
wow,
right.
it was a Barry Sanders? You guys like knowing it in the listing, or would you rather have not?
Clap at Cheek says no idea. If Jay isn't here, I must give you crap. That's fair. That's fair. I've not seen my man J.A. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of get both because it's like, obviously, it's like, ooh, I kind of want that.
Yeah, because I mean, right now Barry Sanders is still out there, so it's like, ooh, I might want to go chase that Barry Sanders.
But it is kind of cool not knowing too.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
what I'm
say.
saying. Like, what if it's random? What if we just threw a speed flex in there?
Right? You have no idea.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no guarantee that that's not the case.
that is true.
There's George.
Got Steve.
And let's get Steve real quick. And then we'll do this last one. Chris Ripka. Steve Nugent. Oof.
You.
All right. One more, guys. Here we go. Box 10 could be the last one of the show. Let's end it on a good one, all right? Pretty easy to do in this series, I would argue. Right? That's a possibility. We got a full-size authentic. We have, in my opinion, the second best quarterback of all time. How about Drew Brees? Flash authentic James Hamlin. That'll work, brother. A couple of spots in the break, taking down a Drew Brees Flash authentic. He's second all-time in passing yards, second all-time in passing touchdowns. And obviously, you know this, but the argument I always make is, with who?
With
you
who?
know? With who? If I just feel like if you gave Drew Brees the team that Manning had, you gave him the team that that Brady had, who knows the limit that he'd have. I'm also a big supporter. It's a little hypocritical of me because I'm also a big supporter of, like, we only have what we have. But even with that, Brees put up the second most touchdowns and yards of all time with less. So I like it. Nice helmet, right? Flash authentic. One of the better silver flashes in the game. In my opinion, probably the best silver flash in the game. I think there should be a free agent market and you get to choose the upgrade. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So we just have like a batch of helmets that are like, yeah, pick which one you want. All right. 3 helmets in a double again. That's the second time that's happened.
Pretty fun.
Very fun. If it's a free agent market, though, you can't pick the position of the team you just won. Because you're not in the market for that anymore. Or the position you just won. So, for example, if we had a wide receiver, if there was a Randy Moss out there, Chris Ripka can't pick a wide receiver.
Or you can only do position.
Yeah, or it's only the same position, which kind of defeats the purpose of a free agent market, but we're making the rules here, not them. There you go.
Thank you.
Practice squad single needs some love. Hopefully we get some love on it at the start of next show. That'd be big.
Man, he's your number 2 or 3 quarterback of all time. You didn't even keep him out.
I know. No. I think I'm underthinking this.
You might
I'm going to
be
make this the
underthinking.
most complicated system you've ever seen.
Seems fair.
Yeah. You guys are actually it's going to be a contract base. So every single box is going to have money. And you can only spend X amount of money at the end of the series. So it's almost like a prize board, and things are worth, like if you're at an arcade, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Think you're onto something.
Yep. That sounds awful because we'd have to keep track, too, of how much money they have, and they're always going to be asking. Yeah, there's going to be a salary cap. Can't go over it. 100%. All right, Chase Wheelspin coming up, guys. Here we go. 8 clicks, top spot, getting some money back. Speaking of money, nothing complicated about this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th and final click. How about Dean Villanueva? Dean. I don't know if I've heard from Dean today, but Dean, if you are out there, all I need is a number 1 to 100, please and thank you. Otherwise, we'll start you on 1 after this. We'll probably call it a show for the 12 p.m. show. Get geared up for 3. Wasn't a bad show, though. Plenty of cool helmets coming out for sure. That Brady, the Breeze, seeing that Walter Payton slab card was awesome. There's still a lot left, though, man, in the offseason, in the practice squad, in the coin toss vault, in the diamonds. There's plenty to do, man. All right, we're going to start Dean at 1. Here we go, man. Good luck. It's not too bad. How about $57?
57.
It's better than average. $57. Heading to Dean. Sweet. All right, guys. One last look for me here on the break page. 8 to go, 7 to go on just about every single break. So definitely, while we're off the air here in the next hour, keep attacking those breaks, guys. You can definitely buy in while we are not on the air. It gets you actually in a great position for pre-fills and, when we do end up doing the breaks, because you've already got your seats reserved. You never know who's going to hop in the room at any point and, start grabbing 3, 4 spots, 5 spots, and it's like, dang, I can't even get in, Now would be a great time for you to get in and claim your spots. So it'll be me and Alex again at 3 p.m. If you had any spots already that didn't fill in the show, they just carry over to that show at 3 o'clock. So make sure you are here for all that action, because I got to imagine we're going to see more of hopefully all these series. But yeah, for sure. Final thoughts, Mr. Tellez?
Great show. Like you said, we still got a lot of fire out there. I mean, the vault, the diamonds, the offseason, breaks to play. Let's get them done.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. We will see you guys in just under an hour, 3 p.m. Central Time, round 2 at Ultimate Autographs here to break all this sweet stuff. So make sure you are there. Tune on in, and we will see you guys in a little bit.